Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 30.
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8th electoral vote, in Indiana with its 11th electoral vote, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to CobraCast 199. I am your host, D-Day Cobra, and I am happy to see all of you here today. And look, we got a lot. This is going to be a packed show tonight. President Trump is scheduled to speak in the next 30 minutes to an hour in South Dakota with Kristi Noem. So I think we're going to do a reaction to that. I guess you guys can let me know. I mean, I was planning on talking about all this other stuff going on with Gavin Newsom and Big Mike and Kamala Harris. There's a ton of stuff to react to talk about, to discuss. It's going to be a busy day. I expect this is going to go well over 2 hours tonight. We are here until we get it all done. We are here to entertain. We are here to make sure the snake pit is happy. So you guys let me know what you want to see tonight, and we will certainly try our best to make that happen. So we do have the event pulled up, and so we'll be kind of watching over that, and we'll see. You guys let me know. So yeah, good stuff indeed. Hello, everyone. Welcome to CobraCast 199, the single most important show in the history of the internet, with 199 in the name. The most viewers, the most super chats, the most members. And we never have to shut our chat down for members only, because almost everybody's already a damn member. I wish all of you were here. I wish all of you a good night, and I hope everybody has fun tonight, because we have a lot to talk about. So who all's here? Who all is here? Crazy Clown Town member message, Trump 2024. AJ Speaks is loving the show. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Ron Sappington, Disney stole the 199. The gaming Ronan, hail the 199. Trump 2024. Jeremy, also, you should read 1984 live. Let's see. Taco Bout it says, Jeremy, we need multiple intros. That is something we have discussed. I do love the intro, and I hope we get an updated intro in 2024, but I think we need some different intros. All right. I think we need some different intros. Ellie Reen, I got a free gifted membership once again. Thanks to whoever gifted it to me. Hail the 199. Thank you, Ellie Reen. Kay Broden's in the house. The Dems would be much wiser running Newsom over Kamala, but I hope they are that dumb since the whole country hates her, couldn't even win her state. Yeah, and that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight is that because holy crap. The fact that they are even considering that, and I think we'll talk about that here shortly. We also got Celluloid Dream, says Jeremy, you fig. Jeremy, you fig. What's up, Celluloid Dream? How the hell are you, brother? Let me see if I can find that clip really quickly. Right here it is. Okay, and look who's in the house. Hayden Wayne. The first 50 of the night from Hayden Wayne. Don't know if anybody's aware, but Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, the best AG in the U.S. right now, has been going through an impeachment hearing. ATF raided an FFL in Oklahoma the other day. And is it New Mexico? Just banned carrying guns in Albuquerque. Crazy stuff. I did see I saw some tweets talking about the Ken Paxton thing. And you're 100% right, dude. Like, everything is under attack, and it all goes back to Trump 2024. It's just like the flag that was dropped at the game the other day is Trump or death. And that's got to be the attitude right now. Trump or death. That is what the attitude has to be. This is serious as serious can get. The system is broken. They are abusing every aspect of it. It is a complete and total disaster. And so we may talk about that a little bit later too, Hayden. Dougie B with the red MAGA $100 scanning in Cobra Commander. You know it's a good night when Doug and Hayden haven't had their accounts locked for sending super chats or gifted memberships. You know it's a good night. Dougie B scanning in. What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, man. Holy crap. Barry McCockiner says, Jeremy and Krista, can you guys please make a Trump train emoji like the corn on the Geese Gamers channel? I'd appreciate it. Did Steph get in trouble for saying the game word on Tuesday? No, she did not get in trouble. Not at all. Krista, can I bring you in for a minute? I thought we had something like that, Krista, right? You can bring yourself in if you want. But we have something like that, right?
Not specifically for Geeks and Gamers, but we do have a Trump train emoji here on the...
Well, that's what he's talking about. He's asking for a Trump train emoji like the... Yeah, there it is right there. It's in the chat, right?
Oh, you want to... Okay.
He wanted it here. Yeah, he was wanting it here. He was asking it for here, but we already have one.
Yes, we have one.
Yeah, it's in the chat right there. So there we go. All right. So thank you, Krista.
Thank you.
And thank you, Barry. And Chris Stallings dropped 5 gifted memberships. Holy crap, you guys are getting this party started. Auntie M just dropped 10. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at those Trump train emojis. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to our Rumble audience as well. I appreciate all of you for being over there on Rumble. So follow us over there. Quick update. Okay. Now, I'm not going to get too far into this because we have way too much to kind of cover tonight. And but we are currently building out on the website. I've got a whole plan here. Okay. I'll just say this. All right. I had a big meeting with a massive company that it was a meeting about sponsoring Geeks and Gamers. The money involved was astronomical. We're talking massive money that was potentially on the table. I had been kind of prepped on what type of money was involved, and it would have been life-changing money. But the discussion was centered around the politics of what we do and how we're controversial. And at no point in time did I feel like I cannot make changes. I'm not going to neuter our fucking brand for money. I'm just not going to do it. Like, I just can't. I can't convince myself to even consider doing this. So the discussions really never went beyond, you guys think we're controversial. We are, and that's not going to change. And there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not going to. I don't want to be under the thumb of massive sponsors if that's how it's going to be. This is why I've never went into the sponsor game. So I looked at it and I'm like, look at all the support we get here. And your support keeps us going. It really does. And so I've been thinking about what can we do to build the website out to make it bigger and better. So we're working on that direct donation thing where we can put projects in place and things like that. We're not done with it yet, but I'm working on it, but I'll keep you guys posted. But I mean, yeah, it's real easy when you see the amount of support we get here. And, but I've always been leery about this stuff. I got really excited when the conversation with this massive opportunity was on the table, but I can't compromise what we're doing. And it's what's the point at that, what have we been doing all this for if we're just going to start dialing back? Like, already dial back enough to stay on the YouTube platform. People kind of understand that because it is YouTube. They have, and it's a massive platform to stay on, but I can't compromise any of that for money that I've never thought was possible for us. But I guess if you look at the overall scope of G&G and the reach we have, I guess that people do see that there's a lot of money involved. And it's like, well, yeah, but at the moment I start cucking myself for your money, nobody's going to give a damn what I say because I'm compromised and I just can't do it. So anyway, never going to happen. I work for you guys. You're the only people I work for, and I want to keep it that way. Alec Baldwin's finger for $199.47. Holy shit. He don't miss. He don't miss. We need some tea after last stream. I sent you a DM on Twitter of the muscle car I have been restoring for myself. Bro, let's go. Let's go. Oh, Alec Baldwin's finger. What year is this? This has got to be, is this either late 70s or early 80s? Let's pull this up right here. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Look at there. Oh my goodness. Woo! What year is that? What year is that? That's a 73? All right, so it's a 73. So it's an early 70s. Trans Am, baby. Holy shit. Man. That is beautiful. That is sexy as hell. Alec Baldwin's finger getting the party straightened out after last CobraCast. Oh my goodness. That's what's up. He don't miss, ladies and gentlemen. Alec Baldwin's finger ain't here to save you from brief feet, but he is here to raise the T level right here, baby, at CobraCast. Thank you. God, Lee, 19947, brother. Good Lord. Thank you so much. Alan, Jeremy, what do you call a gynecologist? A lip reader. Yeah, we had that one last stream. Let's see. Fully scanned in. Hail the 199 Snake Pit. MAGA 2024. Yeah, we got that one last time, and that's really good, actually. Dom H. What the heck? I'll drop a 52. 2024, Trump 2024 in the house. My goodness, guys, this is crazy. The hypocritic oath. A good set of principles there, Jeremy. Holy crap. You got, hey, listen, there's a lot of people. I've seen it on this platform. And by the way, shout out to Alec Baldwin's finger for that sexy ride right there that he's restoring. It's tough, man. I mean, I get sponsor offers all day, every day. And I think that's kind of like what the focus for people is. And I'm not hating on anybody that does it. Okay. I'm just not. But what the fuck did we build this for? We built this for individuality. We built this for people can be themselves. We built this so people can speak their minds and feel like, and I'm looking at what's about to happen over the next year and a half. And I think that things are about, the world is going to change. The internet is going to change. I don't know what direction that's going to go in, but I know that I don't want to be able to be in a position where I can't say what I want to say. And, so that's what it's all about. Thank you so much for that. Analog Hermit, that's why you're the guy, that guy, Jeremy. Principles over paychecks every time. Hail the 199. Holy crap, you guys. Amazing stuff going on. So Trump is scheduled to speak in 15 minutes. We're going to watch that. It's a big one because Kristi Noem, who's actually the best governor in the country, a lot of people, present party included, said that was Ron DeSantis. But you know what? Ron DeSantis has proven to not be that. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't a great governor. Ron DeSantis was a great governor. He did a great job. But it got blown out of proportion, okay? It got way blown out of proportion. And we're seeing DeSantis for what he truly is now. But Kristi Noem is going to endorse Donald J. Trump tonight. And we are going to watch that. And Joe Seth just dropped 50 gifted memberships. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jeez. One thing, me and Jed, and shout out to Hollywood Scholar, me and Jed have been working on a program where we run this through Restream instead of StreamYards. We run this through Restream, and he's creating a code, like a QR code. And when people scan in, it will, get you connected to the website and everything, geeksandgamers.com. And it prompts up on the screen that people are scanning in when they actually scan in. So we're working on that to make it a lot more interactive, things like that. So that is something we are working on right now. So yeah, that's going to be cool. I can't wait for that. High Tech Hot Dog, 6'3", 215 of pure American muscle. Thank you for never selling out. Thank you, God. Look, let's be real here. All right. Let's be real here. We're going to look, this is going to be a long episode. So just settle in. Okay. Settle in, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a long episode of CobraCast. So settle in. We're going to have a lot to talk about, but when I get something like this, thank you so much for this. When I get something like this, it's one thing when you are in my position. Okay. It has to be noted. All right. Because right here, I just wanted to show this. Okay. So sharing my screen. Okay. We'll do that. Share screen. Here we go. Right here. This was the last time we had a CobraCast. We were 4th in the country. All right. This little bitty channel compared to all these other channels, we were 4th in the country. All right. So I have the support of the people. And if you go to Wednesday, you'll see that Geeks and Gamers, if it'll fucking load. Geeks and Gamers was 2nd in the country the day before. If you go to the day before, you will see, if it'll ever load, Geeks and Gamers was 4th in the country, and D-Day Cobra was 9th in the country. Now, I'm not doing this to brag. I'm doing this to say, like, the reason I'm able to do to take the stances I can take is because the support you're able to give me. Now, I'm not the only person that's ever gotten support on the internet, but I'm very lucky to have the support that I've gotten. And I take that seriously. So when I'm looking at it going, why would I compromise what we have when we have what we need right now? We have the people. We have the people that are willing to support. We have the viewers. We have the people that can make this happen without corporate bullshit, without companies that fucking potentially will hate us or potentially throw us under the bus. Like at some point in time, who I would like to have as a paid sponsor for Geeks and Gamers? Ripaverse. That would be cool. Did you know what? Eric July ain't never going to call me up and say, hey, you got to quit supporting Trump or you can't have those opinions. That's never going to happen. I want Ripa and companies like him to be the next phase. You know what I mean? And so when there's any kind of hint that like I have to change my opinions, oh shit, is Trump coming out right now? Yeah, sorry, I was getting distracted there for a minute. But that's what we have. But again, I am only in this position because of all of you. So just remember that. I know that. All right, you know that, and as long as we know that, we can move forward together. Looks like Kristi Noem's about to come out. You want to hear Kristi Noem? Should we have Kristi Noem? Is Ripa in the chat? Is my boy Ripa in the chat? Where's he at? I don't know if he's in the chat, but probably because I was talking about him. Do you guys want to pull? All right. Look at there. Look at there. Dougie B. Very also dropping the 10. All right. Let's see. All right. Here we go. It's time to react to Kristi Noem live. Link O Kenobi. My goodness. My goodness. Link O Kenobi. Here we go.
I love you too. Trump power to ever perpetuate their harm again. To President Trump, tonight, Mr. President, my message is clear. It is an honor to have you with us here in South Dakota. These people here, these people are free. We are the strongest state in America because President Trump let me do my job. We seized that moment and we told our story. As you travel this great country, point to South Dakota as the example of what is possible. We just did hear what Republicans have always said.
Bro, imagine if Ron DeSantis would have said what she just said. Holy crap. If Ron DeSantis would have said, President Trump allowed me to run Florida like I wanted. Holy crap.
Our government lives within its means. We have a surplus, not a debt. We fund our pensions. We take care of our veterans. We conserve our natural beauty without government mandates. We fight for true and honest education because we know how important it is to hand America off to our kids. We stand up for common sense, like fairness in girls' sports. We do our part to secure the border. We honor America's heroes. We stand for the flag, and we pray to the Almighty. And we sing the national anthem proudly. This is real America. South Dakota is the example that you should share with the rest of the country. You made America great again once. Let's do it again. It is my honor to present to you the man in the arena. He is a man of significance. He is the leader, the fighter that our country needs. He has my full and complete endorsement for President of the United States of America. I will do everything I can to help him win and save this country. Ladies and gentlemen, the 45th and the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that life to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Somebody said goosebumps in the chat. 100%.
Well, we have to start by saying hello, Rapid City. Hello. And thank you for that incredible South Dakota welcome. I have to tell you, you have to see outside. This place is packed. I wish the press were legit. They'd turn around, they'd show this arena. This arena is incredible. And you are incredible people. Incredible people. I'm thrilled to be back with thousands of hardworking, God-fearing patriots in the heartland of America. I want to thank one of the most successful governors in the entire nation, an incredible person, South Dakota's own Kristi Noem. Thank you, Kristi. Thank you. You already found this out, but Kristi is a warrior for American values. She's tough on China, and unlike other governors, she never locked down South Dakota. You know, they all say, oh, I kept it open, I kept it open. They didn't keep it open. We had some good ones. I'll tell you what, McMaster, South Carolina was great. And we had some really good ones, but Kristi was just incredible. Well, look at your numbers. You gotta look at those numbers. She does well. 10%. What state's gone up 10%? Tell me another one. Kristi, I'm truly honored to receive your endorsement. Very much so. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kristi. Thank you very much. It's a great honor. I get endorsements, some good, some bad. I get endorsements, some don't mean anything. Hers means a lot, let me tell you. Everyone here tonight is part of the greatest political movement in the history of our country. This is the greatest movement. Look at this. This place is packed. We come to South Dakota. I said, how many people do you normally have at your Republican Party dinners and events? Oh, a couple of hundred. This is like 6,000, 7,000 people. This is a lot. Your chairman is great. We'll talk about him in a second. He's done a fantastic job, but this broke your all-time record. And maybe we'll break it again next year. We'll have to do that. You know, maybe we'll break it. We're the only ones that can do it. But we're racing toward a monumental victory 1 year from now. This is so important. There's never been anything like this one. This is, you know, when we did 2016, I said, this is the most important, and I meant it. But this is the most important election we've ever had, because our country is going to hell. It's going to hell. Together, we're going to defeat crooked Joe Biden, the most crooked president in history, the most incompetent president in history. We're going to take back the White House, and we're going to make America great again. So 3 years ago, I traveled to South Dakota to deliver a very historic address it turned out people love that speech. They always say, oh, that was the best one. You know what? I think that beautiful facade. Is there a better place in the world to make a speech, Kristi? I don't think so. Even though you do have the lunatics that would like to chop it up and knock it down, that's not happening. I wouldn't want to be them. Come to South Dakota. Let's do a little number in the. That is an incredible place, and it's some of the most beautiful pictures I've ever had taken of my family and all of us together. We had a tremendous crowd and incredible. Then we opened it up for the fireworks, remember? And for a few years, you had the fireworks. And then the Democrats closed it down for the fireworks. I said, why would they do that? Well, how beautiful was that? But think of it, and they closed it down. They were worried about fire, but I said, it's all stone and rock. It's hard for rock to catch on fire. No, they just didn't want to do it, but Mount Rushmore is a very, very special place, incredible place. I stood before you at this majestic period of time and a majestic monument itself and fiercely defended our great American heroes from the Marxist and communist maniacs who were trying to blast them. They would have blasted that incredible work right off the face of that very beautiful mountain. Yet today, under Joe Biden, the Marxist, fascists, and communists are not just tearing down statues. They're tearing down our economy. They're dismantling our borders. They're destroying our laws. They're looting our middle class, mutilating our children. They're mutilating our children. Who would imagine that somebody would say that, and it's true? Desecrating our Constitution and perverting our military. Our military is becoming woke. We defeated ISIS, and now it's becoming woke. Our White House is just a place that's not recognizable, and our highly weaponized Department of Injustice, it's weaponized like never before. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. Under Crooked Joe, you know, I took the word out. I was Crooked Hillary, but now I've given her a different name because I don't like having the same name for it. We have enough words. We don't have to do so. I call her Beautiful Hillary. Beautiful. She's beautiful. That was a good day a few months ago, but when he did the indictment thing, it was him. You know, this is not an indictment. This is a Biden indictment. There's a big, just like Trump's under indictment. No, this is a campaign thing that they're doing. But under Crooked Joe, I just thought it was such an appropriate name. All you have to do is take a little look at what's going on. Millions and millions of dollars have been stolen. But our country is being destroyed under this man. But tonight I repeat to you what I said 3 years ago in the shadow of Mount Rushmore. The American people are strong, and we are proud, and we will not allow our country and all of its values, its incredible history and culture to be taken from us. They're trying to take it from us. You see it every day. You see what's going on with your vote in this election. Joe Biden's banana republic. We have turned into a banana republic. We have no borders. We have dishonest elections. We have things going on today. I mean, who wants to have millions of people like an invasion pouring into our country? We have no idea where they come from. They come from jails, and they come from places that you don't want to know about. And they're all over our cities, and they're all over our states. But with your vote in this election, Joe Biden's country, for a short period of time, hopefully just a short period of time, it ends on November 5th, 2024. We have to take care. We have to take our country back. We have to take our country back. America will be saved, and the great nation of Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Roosevelt, they don't want to mention those names, you know. It'll be restored. We will restore our nation. It's never been this low. It's never been this low. If you took the 5 worst presidents in the history of the United States and added them up, they would not have done near the destruction to our country as Joe Biden and the Biden administration have done in a few short years. Nobody can imagine. Nobody can imagine. And no damage has been worse than the disaster known as Bidenomics. You know, he was given that term as a negative, and he liked the way it sounded, so he tried to turn it, because they're all about disinformation and misinformation. You know, one thing with Kristi, she tells it like it is. It's right down. There's no disinformation. Sometimes you may be better off doing it that way. It's easier, isn't it, than having to really produce. But they're a party of disinformation. And so he tried to turn Bidenomics into a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's a real bad thing. It was meant very bad, but he liked the sound of the name. You know, he doesn't know too much about what's going on anymore, but he thought it was good. Since Joe Biden took office, cumulative inflation has reached almost 20%. Think of that. Think of it. Over a 2.5-year period, now we're getting up. Can you imagine just a little more than a year, and we can rid ourselves of what's happened to this country. We can bring our country back. And the dollar has lost more than 20% of its value in just 3 years' time. Think of it. It's not even possible. It never happened before. These are records we're talking about, all records, all very negative records. Joe Biden has blown through $11.5 trillion in wasteful spending that should have never happened, equivalent to $88,000 taken away from every family in America. $88,000 from every family. Under Biden, the budget deficit is exploding and set to more than double this year alone. You know, we were doing something with oil and energy and making a lot of money. We were going to make so much money. We were going to pay off our debt. We were going to lower taxes still further. Manufacturing has contracted now 10 months in a row, and monthly job reports have been revised downward every single month of 2023. Every single month they've gone down. The fact is, we're probably heading into a Great Depression, something I've never said before publicly. I'm saying it in your state. I hate to say that this is the state I have to say it, but you know, I don't believe I've ever said that before. It's a hell of a statement to make, and I hate to make it. The only question is whether or not it'll be during the remaining months of the Biden administration. If it's going to happen, let it happen then. If it's going to happen, let it be during Joe, and we'll come in and we'll straighten this sucker out. I'd rather have it that way. Or will the next president have to bear the brunt of what Biden has done to our country? He's done such damage to our country. And I don't want to be the next Herbert Hoover. You know who Herbert Hoover was, right? The Great Depression. He was the president during the beginning of the Great Depression. But I won't let that happen. I will never let that happen. That I can tell you. During Biden's first 30 months in office, just 2.1 million new jobs have been created nationwide. Now, they have a different wrinkle on it. And the wrinkle is so off that even the fake news back there said that he can't get away with that. No, he makes up these stories, you know, like there's a picture of a fighter jet. I used to be a fighter jet pilot. Then there's a picture of a truck. I used to drive a truck. And then there's a picture. He does everything. This guy. The worst is, did you ever see his golf swing? He said he's a 6 handicap. 6 handicap's a good golfer. You know when he's 6 handicaps, that's a good golfer. This guy can't hit a ball to Kristi. He's a 6 handicap. I think that's the greatest lie of all. Do you want to know the truth? By contrast, during the first 30 months of President Trump, we created 4.9 million new jobs, shattering all predictions and projections. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. It's the greatest economy in history. Greatest in history. Under Biden, real incomes have gone down by $7,400 per family. Think of that. Under President Trump, yearly income went up by more than $6,000. That's a record, more than $6,000. Think of that. And all of this horror, and yet Joe Biden is traveling around the country pretending he's an economic genius. In fact, he's actually an economic arsonist, and Bidenomics is incinerating American wealth at a level never seen before. It's an inferno of inflation, taxation, submission, and failure. We submit. Everyone says, what is submission? You're submitting to China. You're submitting to all these countries. We're pouring money out of our country. We can't take care of our own country. We can't help Hawaii. But we send billions and billions and billions of dollars to other countries. The choice in this election is between a Biden economic bust, and it's going to happen, and it's going to be ugly, or a Trump economic boom. We had it booming like never before. This was the most successful economy in world history. We had the most successful. A fake number. Crooked Joe cares only about enriching his own family. I care about enriching your family. And something that, again, this is like an evening of firsts, but something which I proudly state, that I'm the only president that ever lost money while serving in office, and I knew that would happen. I didn't know it was going to be that much. That's a lot. I lost a number of billions, but I knew it was part of the game, and that's what I intended. I didn't intend. I could have made a fortune. Oh, I could have gone to these countries and made deals. You know, I put things in trust. I said, my kids are going to run it. I said, don't do deals outside of the country. Don't do this. Don't. They were going, Dad, can we do something? I said, no, you know, I'm president. We have a higher standard. And then I come out and I watch this Biden stuff they go to make deals with countries that it's just the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I got to give credit to Jim Jordan and Jamie Comer and all of these guys, because they found things that nobody thought could be found. But it cost me billions of dollars, and it's been worth every single penny of it. Because I'm working for you. I'm not working for me. That I can tell you. I could have made so much. I could have. Sir, would love to do a deal in Saudi Arabia. Sir, would love to do a deal here and there. Would love to do a deal. I really can't do that. I'm president. Biden would do it. So we just, we did it right. We did the right thing. And I do it exactly that way again. I will do it that way again. Look, we have a very short period of time. I do it that way. I even gave away my salary. Does anybody say that I gave away my salary? No. They used to call every month, did you give it away this month, to people? Yeah. And, you know, you have to give it to various agencies, actually. Did you give it away? If I ever said no, it would have been, when I say yes, yes, we did, yes, we did. I never read anything about it. If we would have said, no, we didn't, there would be headlines. But it was an honor. It was all an honor. And if you want the Bidens to make millions selling out America to China, Russia, Ukraine, while your savings go up in flames, and that's what's happened, how are your 401ks doing, you know, as an example? Then vote for Crooked Joe. He's Crooked Joe. You know, we used to call him Sleepy Joe, but I think Crooked Joe is a better name. Crooked Sleepy, Sleepy Crooked. No, I think it's better. It's more appropriate. If you want better jobs, higher wages, an affordable American dream, then you must vote for your favorite president, Donald J. Trump. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wish those cameras would turn around. You know, you've heard me say this. It's very seldom. I go to arenas, and we sell out these arenas, and they're great. But I wish the cameras would show it. I wish they'd show it. It would actually be good for their ratings. It's a positive, not a negative. You know, when I first started, we started in actually 2015, and it would go into an arena, it would be packed, and everybody was enthusiastic. By the way, never have we had the enthusiasm that we have now. Never. We've never had this enthusiasm. And we had record enthusiasm in 2016. In 2020, we had more. We did better in 2020 than we did in 2016. Got millions and millions more. But We've never had the enthusiasm that we have now. But I used to say early on, I'd say, you know, it's a shame. I'd go home and our great first lady would say to me, how are you, darling? I said, could I ask you, did you watch the speech? Yes. And she's tough, you know. I'd say, how did I do? I didn't like your hair. Oh. I didn't like the way your hair looked. I said, oh, that's not good. But I said, how did the crowd look? Well, you couldn't tell except for the noise. You know, the noise, it's obviously not 200 people shouting. Remember, Joey couldn't fill up the 8 circles, and then he supposedly won. The fake news would used to have to come. They'd come down and they'd fill in those 8 circles. But I'd say, how'd you like the crowd? Well, they never show the crowd, but I could tell it was a very big crowd by the year. It's like your great football team. It's like, yeah, you can tell. She could tell. Good. Now I'm going to get a good review tonight. That's good. But you know what? She could tell it was big, but she said, no, they never show the crowd. And I figured that it's maybe the structure of the camera. You know, it's on steel tripods, and maybe you just can't turn it. And then we had a couple of embarrassing moments where people ended up fighting in a corner or something. And that camera turned around like a pretzel. They want to show that. So that was my theory. It couldn't do it because structurally, you know, it's very stiff and you can't turn it. But boy, when those guys started fighting in the corner, which was a bad thing, when they started fighting in the corner, I've never seen a camera like that. They got every angle. So I realized that wasn't working, but they won't show. I would love it if the press would turn around the cameras and show this incredible. They don't do it.
Dude, this guy is a master. Holy crap. Trump is a master at this. I'm going back to shutting up.
They don't do it. Did you see that? They don't do it. They won't do it. They won't do it because they're told not to do it. Because they want to make it look, they don't want to show crowds like this because nobody has ever gotten crowds like this. Nobody's ever gotten, it's not me, it's all of us. This is our movement. This isn't my movement. We're sick and tired of what's happened to our country. But they won't do it, even though it's sort of good for them. You know, you show something that's so vibrant. Look at all the people standing over here. It's incredible. They just won't do it. I just said something. Would you please, I asked nicely, would you please turn around? You guys go crazy. Everybody up in the back, they're going crazy. Everyone's going crazy. Those cameras, I didn't see one of them even make an effort to turn around. That's why they call it fake news. That's why they call it fake news. You know, I'm proud of a lot of things. You don't mind if I go off the teleprompter for a second, do you?
Absolute rock star. This is a rock star.
Better than I thought. Now, we like when we go off the teleprompter, don't you, Craig? Remember at the beginning, I used to do it without teleprompters. I didn't know what to tell. I said teleprompter, but you have to, because when you go on the teleprompter too long, no matter how good you are, it's called the boring time. Boring. But we've had an incredible time with this country. We have such potential. And you know, we speak so negatively, and it's so horrible to be telling you what happened, but you know what happened. Just like all you have to do is watch the newscast, which, by the way, if you look at ABC, CBS, NBC, you look at CNN, you look at MSDNC, which is, I think, the worst of all. I think they're horrible. What they say, they're evil. They're evil. They're really evil. And they're really a wing of the Democrat Party. I mean, they should be paying. Somebody should report that for campaign contributions, because it's so bad. What they say is so nasty, so horrible. You know, you don't want your family to watch it. How about me? I hear I'm going to be indicted. I said, indicted? I never learned about that at the Wharton School. Indicted? You're going to be indicted. How about me? I have to go see my wife. Darling, may I talk to you for a moment? Yes. I'm going to be indicted for no reason whatsoever on Friday. And then that happens. Oh, it's traumatic. You call your daughters, you call your sons, and you say this, and, you know, it's a terrible thing. And then I hear a couple of weeks later, I'm going to be indicted for something else, then for something else, then for something else. And now they're saying, don't indict him anymore, because they lost credibility. But how about that? You go 4 times to tell your kids, and even the lawsuits, it's all inspired. All inspired. No, these are sick people. These are people that are actually sick. I mean, and they're just destroying our country. And if we don't take it back, in 24, I really believe we're not going to have a country left. There's not going to be anything left. And you see it less because, you know, you're here in this great state. And I heard Kristi use that term, flyover, but it's flyover, and everybody admires you when they're looking down. They'd like to be here with you because they know what's happening on the West Coast, and they know what's happening on the East Coast. And it's not pretty. So the people that are smart, they say, there's no more flyover. We're coming right here to South Dakota or other places. I mean, you don't see what's going on other than the news, and the news really covers it up. They don't show the main networks. They don't show what's going on the border. It's peanuts. What they show is nothing compared to the facts. This is an invasion and a destruction of our country, and they don't want to show it because they want that crooked guy to be reelected if he makes it to the starting gate. I don't know if he's going. And, you know, I used to treat him with a modicum of respect because I have respect for the office of the presidency, and I would never talk the way I talk now. But when they indicted me for nothing, for free speech, I said the election was rigged and stolen, which it was, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows it. Free speech.
I will read all super chats. Don't worry, guys. This is going to be a long episode, so I will read everything.
But I used to say, and, you know, we're political opponents, but he actually did this to an opponent, a political opponent. Nobody would ever think it's possible. It wasn't really possible, even psychologically possible. He did this to an opponent. But when you think about it, I never said bad stuff. Now I say he's the worst president in the history of our country. He's the most corrupt president in the history of our country. And as other foreign leaders say, and as I say, he is grossly incompetent, and he's very dangerous. Because he has no idea what he's doing. He can't put 2 sentences together. And we're playing with nuclear weapons with other countries, and he has no clue what the hell is going on. So I would never have said that out of respect for the office. Not for him, but for the office. But now that they've weaponized the Department of Justice, now that it's been weaponized, now that the FBI came out with, you saw that with Twitter, they call it Twitter files. And the things they've done are so bad, they're so evil. With all of the different things that have taken place and with all of the corruption that you're witnessing on a nightly basis, and you don't have to watch. The great thing about the internet, a lot of it's really bad, but you get to see what's happening. You really do get to see what's happening. But when you see the kind of things, I feel I'm totally free to speak my mind. And my mind is the same as your mind, because you know what's happening just like I do. But we will, because they won't. Because they don't care about South Dakota, that I can tell you. But we will stand up for South Dakota workers, and we will stand up for South Dakota farmers. Nobody's ever taken care of the farmers like President Trump. As your president, I took on communist China like no administration in history, bringing hundreds of billions of dollars, as you know, pouring into our treasury, hundreds of billions. They didn't like me too much. Actually, I think I got along very well with them considering what we were doing, but what we were doing was fair. When no other president had ever gotten literally 10 cents, they never 10 cents. We got hundreds of billions. I gave our farmers, out of the money that we got, $28 billion. That's why I say your state, Iowa. I'm going to Iowa tomorrow. I said somebody, and I don't like to say it too often because I don't believe in doing that, or I knock on wood. I have a lot of wood. This is a real wood. A lot of these things are plastic. This is the real deal. But you know, I don't like saying things like nobody else could do this, nobody else. But nobody else could have gotten you $28 billion for your farmers. And I said to the people of Iowa, I said to the people of Nebraska, we're represented very well, Charles. I said, we can't possibly lose, because I got the farmers $28 billion from China. Nobody else would even think about it. Nobody else would think about it. And I'll just tell you, you know, a guy who was very disloyal because I got him elected, so I call him Ron DeSanctimonious. He strongly opposed my protection for our farmers. I protected our farmers very simply. And by the way, those farmers got big checks. Any farmers in here got big checks? Yes? Yes. Oh, he's happy. But that goes to the people, that goes to the workers, it goes to everybody. But we had $28 billion. I said, nobody else is going to be able to do that. I said, there's no way I'm going to lose farm states. But very simply, DeSantis sided with the communists in China, and he fought very hard that this not take place. He also opposed Medicare, and he opposed a thing called Social Security. Remember this about a politician. Their first idea is always what they go back to. So now I'm sure he's changed. I don't know. I don't watch him. He's gone so low in the polls, I'm not really watching him. They say, sir, forget about him. He's gone. I say, no, nobody's gone. Nobody's gone until it's over, right? It ain't over till it's over. Yogi, the great Yogi Berra, great philosopher. But DeSanctimonious voted to get Social Security. Think of it. Social Security 3 times. Voted. Hands up, voted. He is a disciple of Paul Ryan, the great Paul Ryan. You know who Paul Ryan is? Was it good? And he wanted to raise, and he will raise if he ever got in here, which I don't think is going to happen, not even in 4 years. But he wanted to raise the minimum age to 70. That's a big deal. He also wanted to hit Medicare and hit it very, very hard. I ended the NAFTA disaster, the worst trade deal ever made in the history of our country, and replaced it with the brand new USMCA, that's Mexico, Canada. They say it's the best trade deal ever made in the history of our country. I actually think, I may be wrong, you know, I made a deal with China, but I don't talk about it because once COVID came in, I said, I'm not even talking about it. But the deal I made with China is $50 billion they buy a year. You know, it started out at 4 or 3, and then we got them up to 15. And then I went into the negotiating room and I said, listen, you're so big, we want 50 billion. And they said, okay, 50 billion. And I said, do you remember the farmers remember this? I said, here's what you do. Because the farmers went along with me. You know, it took us 1.5 years to get that done because they're not easy to deal with. They're great negotiators. They were ripping off our country. They couldn't believe this was happening because usually you see the way they go now and they bow to the Chinese. They bow. They have no respect. They get no respect whatsoever. But I said, it's going to take a little long to do this. And I'll never forget, 32 farmers came to see me at the White House. Beautiful everything, beautiful room, all set up. And I said, I'm going to get you a lot of subsidy from China. And one of the farmers raised his hand. I'll never forget. This is the only time this happens. Sir, we don't want subsidy. We just want a fair, level playing field. I couldn't believe it. It's the first time that's ever happened. Because everybody else, Kristi says, we want the money. We want money. The farmers didn't. They just wanted a level playing field, which they didn't have. And I went to Sonny Perdue, who was the Secretary of Agriculture. I said, Sonny, what damage have they done over the last 3, 4, 5 years to our farmers? And he comes back 2 days later. He said, sir, it's about $28 billion. I said, it's a lot. I said, we're going to get it. And I got $28 billion, and farmers picked up big, fat, beautiful checks. And I was very happy to do it. And I said, there's no way I lose a farm. How the hell am I going to lose a farm state? Any farmer voted against me. I can't imagine that. So I was a little bit cockier than I should be, but now I will knock on wood just in case. But I don't see how we can lose with the farmers, and with the manufacturers, same thing. But they buy $50 billion. Now what I understand is, you have to police that. You have to make sure. I used to go in once every week. Are they buying? Yes, sir, they started. Are they buying? Every week I'd say, are they buying? I didn't have to say China. Yes, sir, they are. They're buying. I bet you right now, if you look, I'll bet they're not buying anything. I'll bet they're not buying at all. And the way they push our country around, it's incredible. There's no reason for it. We had a very strong relationship, but it was a good relationship, and we did fantastically well. But that deal might have been better than the USMCA, but the USMCA, Mexico, Canada was a very one-sided deal. That NAFTA
Yes, it's
was
live,
so
Holly.
one-sided. I said, we have to change it. They made some typos in the original deal many years ago. They were typos of numbers, where the typos were actually much more for them, and they didn't change it. They never even called it, you have a thing called, you call up and you say, by the way, we made some mistakes. They didn't bother changing it. That deal was so bad, NAFTA, for us. And now the USMCA is so good, they want to renegotiate the deal. They called up the Biden administration. This deal's not fair. And I hope they don't do it, because they shouldn't do it. It's a great deal for us, but I think maybe the China deal might even be better. But we made a lot of them. We made deals with Japan because they were really ripping us big. We made deals with South Korea. You know what they were doing. Everybody, there wasn't any good deal. I said, who made all these deals? We did many, many things, and we made our country successful. We made people in manufacturing successful. We stopped them from dumping steel. We saved our steel mills. It's been such a great honor to do it. And it was sort of easy. Prime Minister Abe of Japan, who was, as you know, assassinated, a great guy, who's a friend of mine. I went to him, I said, listen, Shinzo, this is so unfair, the deal that you have with America. Oh, is it really? Oh. I said, no, it's really unfair. I said, we got to redo it. He says, I knew you'd come to me. No other president came to him. He said, I knew you'd come to me, because he understood. He understood how unfair it was. South Korea, the same thing, sort of. They knew it was so unfair. I said to South Korea, we have to renegotiate the deal. We have 35,000 troops there in harm's way because you have North Korea, but I got along very well with Kim Jong-un. If I weren't elected president, you would have had a nuclear war guaranteed. If Hillary Clinton went in, or Obama in some form, maybe the form would be Biden, you would have ended up in a nuclear war. We got along after the first month or two when it was rather tough. You remember? Little Rocket Man. And he said, I have a red button on my desk. And I said, I have a red button too. Mine's bigger, better, and mine works a lot stronger than yours. And President Obama told me when we sat down, it's a sort of a ritual before you take office. I sat down, I said, so what's the biggest problem? He said, biggest problem is North Korea. I mean, he really felt we were going to end up in a nuclear war. I said, have you called them? Rather than losing millions of people, have you called them? And he didn't say yes. And I said, well, maybe somebody should have to call. And the truth is that they did call, and they were not received well. When we spoke and we dealt, I went over there. You remember that? It was a very historic moment. Went over there. And I said to Kim Jong-un, being a real estate guy, it's just sort of natural. I said, you have the most beautiful shoreline. Think of it. You're between China, Russia, and South Korea. Look at the beautiful shore. You could have the most beautiful condos that you've ever seen and become rich as hell. You don't have to live like you're living. But he's a tough guy. He's a smart guy, and he just loves collecting nuclear weapons. That's what he does. He collects nuclear weapons. And we got along incredibly well once we met and once we started the whole thing. And we saved the Olympics in South Korea because nobody was going. Nobody wanted to be blown out of the stadium. and we came along. They actually participated in the Olympics. We had a great relationship, and it would have been great if we would have had a deal done long ago if the election weren't rigged. And that's the way it is. I mean, it's a shame. Think of what's happened to our country in just 3 years. Think of what's happened to our country. You look at the borders and you look at, we're not respected. We're laughed at all over the world. We're losing all of these countries. Saudi Arabia now is aligned with China. We don't want them aligned with China. They're very good. They have tremendous oil reserves, but we really don't need their oil reserves. You know, we have more oil under our feet. I called it liquid gold than Saudi Arabia or than Russia. And you know what we do? We get it from Venezuela. They won't take it. We take their tar. You know, they don't have good oil. They have tar. And you know where we process it? In Houston. So all that stuff, if you're a believer in that, and I believe it to a certain extent, not like the maniacs that want to destroy our country, but it all goes up into the atmosphere. And when China's very dirty, it all blows over here, just like you ever see in the Pacific Ocean. We're taking tons and tons and tons of garbage because China dumps their garbage in the Pacific, and the tide flows it in toward Los Angeles. We're picking up their garbage. And then they say, we have to keep our claim. No, they have to participate because it blows over in 3 to 4 days. So what good does it do for us to destroy our businesses by putting controls all over the place? By having, we had a trucker. I saw him over here someplace, a father and a son. I said, I read last night where they want to make all of these big trucks that travel all over the country. They want to make them all electric. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. He said, it will destroy the industry because they go for 2 hours and then you have to charge them for 4 hours, right? He was saying it doesn't work, and they put it on. They don't even talk. You got to talk to the people. You got to talk to the people in the trucking industry, not to some person that wants to destroy our country. I actually believe that's what they want to do. But unlike the establishment globalists in this race, and they are globalists, I've also been an unwavering defender of ethanol, which you like right here, on behalf of the American farmers, and remain the ethanol champion. Now keep it. It's a big factor in Iowa, your state. It's a big, big factor. Our record on the economy is unmatched in the history of our country. So it's no wonder we're up very big in the polls, leading all Republicans in the primary by massive numbers and crushing crooked Joe Biden in the general election. The new poll that came out just today, remember I used to go over the polls in the old days. I'd go over the polls only if they were good. If they were bad, I wouldn't go over them. If I had a bad period and the polls weren't looking good, I wouldn't talk about them. If they're good, I talk. But I'll tell you, I'll talk now because these are the best polls. In the new premise poll that just came out last night, we're at 62%. DeSantis is second at 12%. But he's sinking rapidly. So we're at 62, he's at 12. He's not doing a great job. And the rest of the people are in single digits. You know, we have a couple of them that are at 0. I wonder, what's this guy from Arkansas? I love Arkansas. This guy, Hutchinson, Ada. I call him Ada Hutchinson. What the hell is he doing? He's at 0. He's been working so hard. He's a nasty guy, actually, but he's been working so hard. He's at 0. Does he think he can win? He's not going to be picked for a cabinet post if that's what he's thinking about. But in the Redfield-Wilton poll, just came out a few hours ago, we're at 65%. DeSantis is at 9%. Now we're hitting. Now we're hitting the big league. You know, when we started, when I announced, we were up 20, 25 points. That's a lot. Now we're up 50, 60, 70 points. And then they say, why aren't you doing the debate? I say, wait a minute. If I do the debate, what am I doing? I have a guy at 0, 1, 2, asking me nasty questions, somewhat of a hostile network asking me nasty questions, right? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? And, you know, you want to have a smart president, not a stupid president, right? What I do look forward to is debating the Democrat, whoever that may be. And again, it's going to be interesting to see because I don't think he makes it to the starting gate, but maybe he does. But it's going to be a very interesting period of time. And in the just released Iowa state poll. Big deal. You know, Iowa's a very big deal. I kept them first in the nation. They very much appreciate it. They didn't do that. The Democrats didn't do that. But in the Iowa poll just came out, I'm up 37 points, 51-14 on, I don't even know if DeSantis is second anymore. He's heading bad. He's turned out to be an unskilled politician. When asked by Morning Consult, which is a big deal, who has the best chance of defeating crooked Joe Biden in November, it was Trump at 63%, DeSanctimonious at 13%. So that's good. And Kristi and her incredible, by the way, he's an incredible guy. Her husband is an incredible guy. And I appreciate you putting up with everything in the world of politics. It's, I don't know how the hell you do it. Incredible guy, wonderful guy. But we're doing well, and she's doing so well. I looked at your polls. I'm not going to talk about it because I think you might be beating me in the state. And that's unacceptable. Usually I come in. It's unacceptable, Kristi, to have that happen. But we're leading Biden in an electoral landslide by 5 points, 6 points, 11 points, 7 points, and various other polls. A couple haven't won. You know, as a Republican, when you lead a Democrat in a presidential race by 2 or 3 points, it means you're way ahead. But it's sort of different because the polls are very skewed, it's called. But people that don't know politics, one poll came out last week, I'm leading by 3. And a friend of mine said, how the hell can you only be leading by 3? This guy, he can't speak. And I said, that's the world of politics. And we have to be so careful. We have to make sure that they don't cheat because they are cheaters. And that's the biggest fear that we all have. It's the biggest fear. Biggest fear that everybody has. Our momentum is unprecedented and hopefully unstoppable, and that's the reason that Joe Biden's ordered his leading opponent arrested on 91 fake and phony charges. 91. How many charges are they? But we're going to ask for dismissals of a lot of it. Most of it is just you ask for dismissal. It's called dismiss the charges. But remember, it's a Democrat charging his opponent. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. That means that if I win and somebody wants to run against me, I call my attorney general. I say, listen, indict him. Well, he hasn't done anything wrong that we know of. I don't know. Indict him on income tax evasion. You'll figure it out. And you know, the good thing with me is I have a big voice and people know me. And you know me for a long time. But people know me and I'm able to speak. But if you're a regular politician, a really good politician, an honest politician, and you get indicted, you get a subpoena, and that gets reported in the paper and the news, you have to leave office. And the Republicans in the Senate and the Republicans in the House cannot let this go on because people are being destroyed. Lives are being destroyed by these sick lunatics in Washington. And I think I can honestly say this, Kristi. I'm the only person in the history of politics that's been indicted whose poll numbers went up 25 points or something, right? I think so. You know, usually if you get indicted, it's standard. I've watched it for years. I'd like to announce my retirement. I'm going home to spend more time with my family and to fight these charges. You know, there's nothing you can do. But fortunately, I have a big voice, and people know I'm, for better or worse, you know what the hell you're getting, right? But you're getting somebody that loves you and that's going to fight for you. That I can tell you. But you're witnessing the most corrupt and blatant weaponization of law enforcement our country has ever seen, and they're doing it for a single reason: election interference. Because with these indictments comes bad publicity. Now, my case is unusual, but maybe at some point that switches. You know, you go with these people and they're sick and they say this and that, and you have to prove. But it's incredible. But if you take a look at what they do to the publicity of a person, and I know numerous people over the years that I've really thought were honest in many cases, and they were literally out of politics in a matter of hours. Some of them literally quit immediately upon getting served with a subpoena. That won't happen with me. So we did. Thank you. By the way, and I say this more to the country than to this great state, because we have some states that are very close. This is not close. What did I win by this state, Kristi? Like a lot. 28 points or something. So you're very forgiving, right? No, but you have others where it's closer, and you got to be very careful. But you have to get out, and you have to fight like hell, because these are dirty players. And what we have to do is we have to take back our country. We have to straighten that whole situation out. And it does. It allows me to now, because this is unthinkable, I'm president and I call my attorney general, indict my opponent. He's doing well. I'm leading Biden in all these polls. Every time I have a good poll, it seems every time they give me another indictment. What's this one for? But if you're the president, you're the chief law enforcement officer of the country. You remember the fake impeachments. We had impeachment hoax number 1 and impeachment hoax number 2. There were 2 fake impeachments. One was over a phone call that turned out to be exactly right. Exactly right. But what you do is you make it impossible for people to win an election. It's called election interference at a level never seen before, and we have to stop it. But if they're allowed, what will happen, whether it's me or anybody else, if they're allowed to do it, that means that the Republicans are allowed to do it. And then you get into this situation, which is really very bad and very dangerous for our country. Nobody thought a thing like this could happen. We did great in 2016 and we won. We did much better in 2020 than we did in 2016, getting many millions more votes. And we're going to do even better than we've ever done before in 2024. I feel that. I mean, I see it. Don't forget, you look at this arena, and it's packed. Look at this arena. It's packed. We're a year before the election. You know, these guys don't pack an arena the night before the election. They have a smattering of people. Oh, good Lord. Remember Hillary with the thing with the women screaming? That one woman with the glasses, she's become famous? No.
No, he didn't bring it up.
That was the most beautiful stage I've ever seen. By the end of the evening, it didn't look pretty. It didn't look pretty. They rigged the presidential election 2020, and we're not going to allow them to rig the presidential election of 2024. Okay? We won't have a country. We won't have a country. Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of honor. I do. And I'm being indicted for you. I am being indicted for you. I'm not too thrilled about that, but that's part of the job description, isn't it? I'm being indicted for you. This battle is for every patriotic American Joe Biden and the radical left has spied on. Look at what they did. They spied on my campaign, and we caught them. Let's see what all happens. We had a great report come out. Durham was a great report, just took too long. Took so long. And we had the IG, Horowitz. He did a fantastic job. By the way, appointed by Democrats. He did a fantastic job. We caught him. They spied on my campaign. Think of what would happen if I spied on, let's say, Obama's campaign or even Biden's campaign. I wouldn't want to. It would be too boring. But let's see. Although you'd see things that were very bad, but censured and persecuted or slandered it's really a threat to democracy while they trample our rights and liberties every single day of the year. You see it. You just turn it on and you see what they're doing. It's a horrible thing. It's for the blue-collar workers, the waiters, the waitresses who Biden is harassing with 87,000 new IRS agents that are allowed to carry guns, by the way. You know, they don't want guns, but they're allowed to carry guns. They're allowed to carry guns. While the Biden crime family cheats on their taxes as they take in millions and millions of dollars in bribes from all over the world. I mean, the whole thing is incredible. Joe Biden is a Manchurian candidate. You know what that is, right? He's totally controlled by China and other countries that paid him off, and he's petrified of them because they know the real numbers. Jamie Comer, Jim Jordan, they would not have to wait very long. They could give him a list where the money came from, how much, and that's why I think he's acting so weak with so many countries. It's for the pro-life Christians and others who Joe Biden has thrown into jail, facing 10, 15, and even 20 years in prison for protesting and free speech, while Antifa and other groups burn down cities, kill people, go free, and don't even in many cases get prosecuted. So this battle that we're in is a battle for all of us, and it's for history. This is historic. This is a big moment in our country because we're either going to go one way or the other. And if we go the other, we're not going to have a country left. We will fight together, we will win together, and then we will seek justice together. We're going to seek justice together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Never forget, our enemies want to stop us because we are the only ones who can stop them. They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom. I'd rather have it be me. Rather have it. A friend of mine, very smart, very tough. He said, President, could I ask you a question? What? How do you take it? Every day you get another indictment? You never had anything like this? I said, no, I didn't. I said, I don't know. You just have to take it. I'm doing it for a lot of great people. And I said, second of all, do I have a choice? Do I have a choice? I don't think so, right? Because we have to do it. We did the greatest job ever, and now we have to finish it off. We're going to finish it off. We're going to do a job like we can make this country number one. Right now, we're a laughed at bunch of fools. The world thinks we're a bunch of stupid fools because we're led by a man who should never, ever have been allowed to be in that position. He's in a position that he should have never been allowed to have. And in the end, they're not after me. They're after you. I'm just standing in their way, and I do proudly stand in their way. And I promise you this, if you put me back in the White House, their reign will be over, and America will be a free nation once again. We're not a free nation now. We're a terrible, I don't think there's ever been a darkness around our nation like there is right now. I mean, you take a look at Afghanistan, that horrible moment in history. I was with a lot of the families the other night at one of my places, and they're incredible people. They'll never be the same. They're never going to be the same. That was so unnecessary, the way we got out. I was the one getting us. I think we would have been out sooner. We would have been out with dignity and strength. You don't take the soldiers out first. You take the soldiers out last. Took the soldiers out. The rest was a field day for these people. And they would have never done that. You know, we didn't lose one soldier in 18 months. Not one soldier. Not one soldier. And Biden actually in a speech admitted that, and they gave him hell. Don't say that. That's a good thing about Trump. No, we didn't lose one soldier in 18 months, think of it, over in Afghanistan with the Taliban. And it's so sad to see. I was with these people. They're great people. They show me pictures of their sons, daughters. One came up, sir, you had to know my son. He was so good at football. He was a quarterback, sir. He could throw the ball. There's a mother. He could throw the ball so far. Could I tell you about a game that was played? You know, we have a rival. It's a local school, and they were very tough. And my son threw the ball, and he kept throwing it, and so far. I wish you could have seen it. And I just let her talk. And it was just tough. I don't think the people can ever be the same. So much of that. And they were treated so badly by our government and so badly by this man that doesn't have even a clue. He's looking at his watch. The bodies are coming in. Going, huh. He doesn't know what the hell it says anyway, huh? It was so horrible to see the whole thing. But in addition to Governor Noem, we're pleased to be joined tonight by her wonderful husband, Brian, and her mother, Corin, who I met, who is fantastic. Now I know how this all happened. Could you please stand up, please? Corin, Brian, thank you. You think it's easy being with her, huh? It's not easy. They're incredible, two incredible people. Gotten to know them. Lieutenant Governor Larry Roden has been terrific, really terrific, wherever he may be. Thank you, Larry. Attorney General Marty Jackley, Attorney General. Thank you. Great job you're doing. Great job. Treasurer Josh Hader. Josh, thank you, Josh. Fantastic. Auditor, that's what the United States could use, a good auditor like Rich Satgast. The country could, did you know they said billions of dollars to Afghanistan? Nobody has any idea where the money is. Rich, that wouldn't happen with you, right? He'd know every penny. I don't know, maybe not every penny, but think of it. We've put in $200 billion. And Europe, which is approximately the same size economy if you add it up, but which is obviously much more affected by that whole situation, would have never happened, by the way. Zero chance it would have happened. Zero. Would have never happened. And I'll get it done, too. I'll get it negotiated done, but it would have been a lot easier. All those dead people, all those cities that are in ruins, just in ruins. But when you look at that and you look at what happened, this is something that should have never, ever happened. But Europe is in for 20 billion. We're in for 200 billion. Why? It was like that with NATO. I said, you're not paying your bills. The United States was paying close to 100% of NATO. So they screw us on trade, and then we have to protect them militarily. I said, that doesn't work. And I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars in one meeting. They said to me, does that mean, sir, that you're not going to defend us from Russia if we're not paid up? I said, did you pay? No, I didn't. That means you're not going to be defended. And the money came pouring in. It was an amazing thing. Hundreds of billions of dollars. That's why NATO has money to do this. But think of it. They're in for 20 billion. We're in for 200 billion. Why? Why aren't they the same? First call I'd make is NATO. You got to equalize. You got to equalize. You got to put up money. But they're dealing with stupid people, our leaders. They're dealing with stupid people. Why should France and Germany, and why should all of them put up money if we don't ask them to put it up? Nobody asked. It was like with NATO. Nobody, Bush never asked. Obama never asked. He'd go and make a speech, leave, and that's it. We'd pay all the costs. And nobody's asking. Do you think Biden goes there, you've got to equalize. This is not right. I don't think so. I don't think he knows what the hell we're even talking about if I told him. But we have to get them to put up money. They have to put up money because they have a lot of money. But why should they put it up if we're doing it? We sent $25 billion yesterday, and somebody said, it's a lot of money. By the way, $25 billion, that's a lot of money. It was just like on a fluke. Blinken or somebody went there and he said, we're going to give you another 25 billion. That's more than Europe has put up. But we have to be be respected again. They don't respect us at all. They respected me, and I was tough on them with all the money I took in from countries, but in particular China. But they actually do better. You can be tough, and you'll do better with them. They never treated us and me the way they treat this administration. They treat them like they're lapdogs. They call up. She said they are. Who said that? Stand up, please. Will you stand up? Who said that? Somebody. Boy. Well, you're right about that. They have to respect you. School and Public Lands Commissioner Brock Greenfield. Brock, thank you. Is China buying any of that land, Brock? No, he says, no, sir. Public Utilities Commissioner Kristi Noem. Thank you, Kristi. Great job. A very special guy. This guy is tough. I mean, he's He's great. He broke every record tonight. He never thought he'd see a thing like this happen, because it's true. What Kristi said, a lot of the people turned it down. I don't turn down. I come back to the people that love me. I come back. They turned it down. And if they did come, you'd have a crowd of about 100 people. But he knew what he was doing. He went to Kristi. He said, do you think you can get Trump? And they called me, and I said, let's do it. Let's break every damn record for South Dakota. He's your GOP chairman, John Wick, and he's doing a fantastic job. John, great job. Great job. Thank you very much, John. A man who's also doing something very special, Rapid City Mayor Jason Solomon. Jason. Thank you, Jason.
I love you guys so damn much. You guys have been trying to get me to talk. I respect the stream. I respect the reaction stream. I fucking love you guys.
He is doing some job, and he's my friend. We need more Steve Dainses in the Senate, because the Senate has to get a lot tougher. Steve knows that. They got to get a lot tougher in the Senate. It's sad what's happening. And a man who was my first person. He's just outstanding. That's all I could say. He said, I put him in 6 months before I ran. This is 2015 now. I said, what do you think? And they were doing polls, and it looked like I was doing well, beating people. And he came in and said, sir, I'm telling you, you're going to win. I said, really, you think? And every day he comes to my office, sir, you're leading, you're winning, you're leading. This poll is unbelievable. Look at it. I don't even know if it was a real poll. He just kept saying, you're unbelievable, sir. It's the most incredible politician I've ever seen. I haven't even started yet. And he got me a little bit excited. And then I started seeing the country wasn't doing well. And I said, you know what, Corey Lewandowski, I think what we're going to do is we're going to run. And he's a great guy and a very smart guy and a wonderful person and a friend of everybody, Corey Lewandowski. Where is he? Where is he? It's true. Were they real polls, Corey? You better tell me. Oh, he said no. He said no. I have a feeling that might be true. Thank you, Corey. Great guy. With the help of many of you in this arena, in 4 short years, we achieved more than any administration in the history of our country. We have to. And I say that all the time, and the fake news doesn't even correct me. We've done so many things. We became energy independent for the first time in history, and soon would have been energy dominant for the first time ever. Making billions and billions of dollars, rapidly paying down our staggering $34 trillion in debt. We're going to pay it down so fast. And reducing your taxes still further. I gave you the largest tax cut in the history of our country, larger than the Reagan tax cuts. We created the most secure border in U.S. history, built nearly 500 miles of border wall, got Mexico to give us 28,000 soldiers. You know, they always say, oh, he didn't get Mexico. I got Mexico to give us free of charge 28,000 soldiers while we were building the wall. We built almost 500 miles. You know what my critics say? Oh, but it wasn't all new. No, if there was an old 2x4 laying in the ground that's 50 years old, where they would take it and throw it away, would put in a brand new wall, they'd say, that was a renovation. That wasn't, no. These people are sick. But we built almost 500 miles. Then we were going to add another 200 miles, and we had it all done. You saw what happened, and would have taken them 3 weeks to put it up. We had the bad result in the election. Would have taken 3 weeks, and we would have, every hole would have been plugged. And we built the exact wall that the Border Patrol, they're incredible. Brandon Judd is incredible. Tom Homan is incredible. We have incredible people, but and they want to do their job. It's, you know, they could sit back and they could just not do anything. They really want to do. They love the country. They want to see it happen. But we got Mexico to put up billions and billions and billions of dollars in 28,000 soldiers protecting our border. We had the best record ever in the history of our country, and that included human trafficking, mostly in women, a horrible thing. You think of it as an ancient, horrible situation, but it's bigger now because of the internet. It's this massive, massive business, much bigger than it was 100 years ago and 200 years ago. It's horrible, but we had it to the lowest point it's been in decades. And we had drugs down to the lowest point they've been in decades. And we got Mexico to give us all those soldiers, for all those people that say this was much more money than I was going to get Mexico to pay. They gave us 28,000 feet. Now, I did tell them, listen, if you don't do that, we're going to tariff all the cars that come into the United States at a level like has never happened before. We would love to give you 28,000 free soldiers. Sir, we would love to give you 28,000. You know, when I first told them about that, we need 28,000 soldiers, your soldiers, free of charge. We need them on the border. And they looked at me like, are you kidding? Then I said, no, we have to have it. No, we won't do that. I said, yes, you will. You will do it. I'm telling you, you will. And we had a person at the State Department, a woman who was great. She was dealing with Mexico for 25 years. Sir, he'll never do it. She was very good, but she was never able to get anything. But she said, he won't do it. They won't do that. And I said, yeah, they will. Then when I met with the representative, the top guy, I said, yeah, we want 28,000 soldiers. He said, we're not going to do that. Why would we do it? You're going to do it. You're going to do it. He said, no, we're not. I said, yes, you are. Here's the story. I'm signing this document right now. On Monday morning, this was a Friday night, on Monday morning, everything you send into the United States, we're going to have a tariff on of 25%. And that's more money than your 28,000 soldiers will ever cost in a million years. Sir, I'd like to leave this room right now and make a phone call. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I said, you can do that. He came back. Sir, it would be our great honor to supply you free of charge 28,000 soldiers. Right? And when I was negotiating, I said to Brandon Judd, and I said to Tom Homan, and I said to all of the people that were there that are so great, we had that border so good. It was so, all he had to do was go to the beach, okay? Which he does anyway, but he destroyed everything. If he went to the beach, who the hell is telling him to go to the beach every day? Tell me, does he look good? He can't lift. You know, those things weigh about 3 ounces. They're meant for children to pick up. He can't lift the chair. He can't get his feet out of the sand. Who the hell, does he have some political consultant say, you know, you've got a great body. You should go to the beach. Who the hell is giving him that advice? I don't know. Does he like the beach that much? So crazy. But we negotiated, very important, remain in Mexico, because they used to come into our country and we couldn't get them out. When they touched our soil, you couldn't get them out. So we said, we want remain in Mexico. Hundreds of thousands of people were in Tijuana and different places. I wouldn't say Mexico was thrilled until we learned who they were. And in many cases, we wouldn't accept them. We wouldn't take them. And Biden gave that up. It was not easy. He gave it up. And we deported illegal alien criminals by the tens of thousands, MS-13. ICE is so incredible. They don't get the credit. These guys are so tough and love our country so much. They would walk into a nest. They call it a nest of MS-13. These are killers. These are the toughest. This is the toughest gang probably in the world. A lot of them go to Long Island. They go to different places, but Long Island, for whatever reason, and we have thousands of them. We got rid of thousands, but these guys would walk into a nest and you just see fists flying. I mean, it's the most incredible thing. Who the hell wants to do it? See that guy there with the black? You're a stand-up, please. You're a tough guy. You're not going to do that job, right? Oh, he voted for Trump. I like him. I knew he's got a thing. I vote for you, too. But you wouldn't do that job. I wouldn't do the job either. But these are tough people, and they love our country. And they were taking them out. They used to call it a paddy wagon. They were throwing them in, and they were taking them out by the thousands out of our country. And we had a problem because these other countries like El Salvador, all of these different countries, they wouldn't take Guatemala. They wouldn't take the people back. And they came to me and they said, sir, Guatemala, El Salvador, they won't take them back. They never have. They've never agreed to do it. And President Obama was never able to get them back. I said, oh, how much do we give them in aid a year? Sir, we give them 75 million. I said, I think you're wrong. I think it's 10 times that amount. Sir, I'd like to check. He comes back. Sir, you were right. It's 750 million. I say, well, that's peanuts compared to what we do, but it's a lot of money. So I said, inform them that effective immediately, we're not making any economic development payments to the country. Because what they would do, is we would load up a plane, we would load up a bus, we'd take it into their country, and they wouldn't allow it in. They put planes on the runway, so our planes would fly in. They had big planes put all over the runway, so our planes couldn't land, so they'd come back. This went on for years. And I said, okay, what you do is we're not going to give them any more money. The 750 informed them, effective immediately, no more money. The following morning, I got a call from the 3 presidents. Sir, we'd like to talk to you. Actually, there were separate calls too, but the exact same words. Sir, I understand there's some difficulty with bringing people back to our country. I said, yeah, for about 10 years, you haven't allowed anybody back in. You send them out yourself in the caravans, but you don't take them back. He goes, sir, perhaps there's a misunderstanding. We would be honored to take them back. Sir, when will the money start coming back into it? I said, number one, you got to take them back. We brought them back into those countries by the thousands and thousands and thousands. Some of these MS-13s, you read the story, in Long Island. In Long Island, 2 beautiful young girls, 16 years old, were walking to school, and they attacked them, and they cut them up in pieces, little pieces. They killed them both. And they used knives, not guns, because the knife is much more painful. They watched these kids suffer. These were beautiful, perfect kids. Number 1 in her class, and the other was fantastic athlete. They cut them up in pieces. These are animals. I said that publicly. I said, these are animals. And Nancy Pelosi said, these are human beings. They're not animals. No, they're animals. And we got them out by the tens of thousands. Now they're pouring back into our country because we have stupid people running our country. We appointed over 300 federal judges and 3 great Supreme Court justices. And I'm going to tell you something, because it's really a positive. It's a big positive, but they try and play it as a negative. Last year, those justices bravely and incredibly ruled on something that everybody has wanted for decades, for 51 years. They ruled to end Roe v. Wade. That was a big thing.
Obviously, Roe v. Wade, a massive accomplishment. I wanted to mute for just a second. This comment kind of caught me really quick. Joseph Stone, 1 year ago, I was life flighting with kidney failure, heart failure, 3 strokes, still recovering. Your channel and Geeks and Gamers kept me going. Thank you. You've helped save me from death. Bro, like, I don't know what to say other than thank you. I appreciate that. All of you are overwhelming me tonight. We're going to get back to Donald Trump. I just want to say thank you and shout out to you, Joseph. Holy crap, you guys.
I think a large portion do. I think you should, but again, that's your own feeling. Remember, the Democrats are the radicals on this issue because they're willing to kill babies in their 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th month, and even after birth. They're willing to kill babies. So when politicians talk about this, they have to say that they're the extremists, because if you're willing to take a baby out of the womb in the 8th month or the 9th month or after the baby's born, remember that crazy governor, the past governor from Virginia, where he said, when the baby's born, you make a decision. And just recently with the Supreme Court. So that, by the way, the pro-life question, it's going to get you in a position where a lot of tremendously good things are going to happen. 52 years they tried to get that out. We did it. And now you're going to be in a position to do what everybody knows is right. And it's a very important decision. Nobody thought it would be possible to get, but it's something that's very important. The Supreme Court also approved something that nobody thought they would ever see, merit-based systems of education. In other words, if somebody is going to college and has all A's and wants to apply all A's, the best of everything, works so hard and gets rejected by somebody that didn't have anywhere near the academic credentials, nobody thought that would ever get approved. And that was so important. That was such a big thing. It's called merit-based. We have to go back to a merit-based country. But that was just the beginning. Here's just some of the agenda I'll be immediately implementing when it's all of us, when we become 47th President of the United States of America.
Hell yeah.
Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled. He would have never done it. I know them both. You gotta say. When I was on CNN, I said, I want to see whose side are you on? I said, I'm on the side of people not being killed. I'm on the side of hundreds of thousands of people are dying, and I think that's going to be one of the bad things later on when you find out the real number of people dying in that war. You know, they'll knock down a city, they'll knock down an apartment house, they'll say 2 people were injured. They weren't injured. There were hundreds and hundreds of people killed. Those buildings don't come down and you have 2 people injured. Big buildings coming down, or buildings that are 1,000 years old with the golden domes. You can never do that. But much more importantly, the people. So many people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. It'll be millions. It's already millions. And it's a very, very sad thing. And the numbers are far bigger than anyone understands. And I'll get that done. I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent World War III. I will prevent it. Nobody else is going to prevent it. Nobody else is going to prevent it. And this will be a war like no other. This is a nuclear war. If you have World War III, it'll be a nuclear war. And this won't be army tanks going back and forth shooting at each other. This will be levels of destruction that nobody's ever contemplated or thought of before. I will totally obliterate the deep state. We started that. We were doing so well. Then COVID came in. And we'll fire the corrupt bureaucrats who have weaponized our justice system and destroying our country. To stop the Marxist prosecutors who release rapists and murderers while persecuting Republicans, conservatives, people of faith, I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical DA and AG in America for their illegal, racist, and reverse enforcement of the law. I will immediately terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration. We will seal up our borders like they were when they took office. Week after week, we're watching as Joe Biden's deadly border betrayals take precious, innocent lives. In May, a pack of 5 adult illegal alien and suspected MS-13 animals were arrested in Maryland for brutally murdering a 15-year-old boy and dumping his body in a state park. When the parents saw this, they'll never be the same either. The people that I was with the other night, they'll never be the same. These parents will never be the same. No parent will ever be the same. Just last month, a savage illegal alien who was released into our country by Joe Biden and his crazy, weak orders, and there are no orders, was arrested for raping an 11-year-old girl and strangling her to death after she was raped. Shortly before she was murdered, she texted her father that someone was knocking at the door. He arrived home from work and found his daughter's body stuffed in a laundry basket under her bed. These vicious Biden border killings must end, but it's only going to get worse because they're letting people in from prisons, from mental institutions. They're letting some of the worst people in the world in. And I tell you, I've met a lot of your law enforcement tonight. We have the greatest people in the world, law enforcement. They know how to do their job. We have to let them do their job. When I'm reelected, we will immediately commence the largest deportation operation in American history. But we cannot wait until 2025 to begin stopping this horrible invasion. This is like a military invasion. They're killing hundreds of thousands of people between the drugs that are coming in, the people that are coming in, the crime. That's why tonight I'm calling on congressional Republicans to ban Joe Biden from using a single tax dollar, no taxpayer money, to release or resettle illegal aliens into the United States, starting on the government funding deadline of September 30th. See? We take better care of these people, and many of them are criminals, than we take care of our veterans, our soldiers, and spend a lot more money doing it. You know, in New York, many of them are living in luxury hotels hotels that you wouldn't want to go to because you wouldn't want to pay the price. Luxury hotels, it's not even believable. The time for talk is over. Now is the time for action, and they should immediately defund. Time for action. People are tired of talk. People are tired of talk. I said to our First Lady the other night, you know, this is big stuff. They caught Biden getting $10.2 million. That's peanuts compared to what the other numbers. But the guy said, this is big stuff. She goes, oh, well, all right. I said, what do you mean? Well, nothing will happen. We got to let it happen. And I tell Steve and everybody, you gotta take care. I mean, our country is being fleeced and
yes,
robbed
this is live
by
right
people
now.
that have gotten away with things that nobody should be allowed to. And a lot of the Republicans, and they're great people, just period. Democrats too, they feel it. Things should happen to take care of this. When she went, oh, that's good, nothing will happen. And a lot of people feel that, right? A lot of people feel that. We can't have that. And I hope that's why Steve and his friends, because he's got some great ones over there, but I hope the Senate gets tough, because the House has been working hard, but the Senate under this guy, Mitch McConnell, has been a disaster. And they should immediately defund the DOJ and prosecutors who are trying to take conservatives and Republicans out of political races through indictments and other illegal means. That's what they're doing. You know, if I was in third or fourth place, or if I wasn't running, I'd be living the life of Riley. I wouldn't be here with you tonight.
Yes, he would.
But I'd be living I'd have nice houses all over the place. I'd be living a beautiful life. They wouldn't indict me. They indicted me because I'm in first place. And I hate to read those good polls here, because every time I read a good poll, they want to indict me again. Maybe I should announce I'm doing horribly. It's horrible. Oh, we'll withdraw it. Their goal is to interfere with elections in order to make it harder for Republicans and conservatives to win. Congressional Republicans should also stop the Biden administration from bringing back COVID mandates, lockdowns, or restrictions of any kind by cutting off the money. And in your state, because of your governor, you're not going to have that problem, but a lot of states do. The radical Democrats are trying hard to restart COVID hysteria. I wonder why. Is there an election coming up by any chance? You know, I saw just the other day for the first time, we're thinking about masks again. I said, what's going on? Oh, that's right, there's an election coming up. Now, these guys, they'll do anything. But we can't comply because it's bad. And just follow your governor, follow your governor. On day one of my new administration, I will terminate every Green New Deal restriction that is destroying the U.S. economy with skyrocketing energy costs. Starting with Biden's preposterous electric vehicle mandate. You know, some people want to drive for more than an hour and a half. Sean Fain, you know who that is? The president, and he's a respected guy, president of the United Auto Workers, cannot even think about allowing all electric cars. They will be made, every one of them, in China, and the auto industry in America will cease to exist. And they have to, if they do all electric cars, none of them will be made here. They have all of the minerals, they have all of every form of material, every form of everything they have. We have a thing called gasoline, and they don't have that, but they have to do something. And you know what you really want is some people like an electric car, some people like, you got to have choice. Hybrids maybe are good, but you got to have choice. They're forcing it. Think of it. California had big blackouts this week, and they had a restriction on electric cars taking any electricity. You believe it? And then they want to go all electric. The whole thing is crazy. There is already a giant EDLOT. We call it an EDLOT. They don't go far along. are very expensive, and the consumer must be given a choice. The consumer wants choice just like we want school choice. We want choice in what kind of a car we buy. So vote for Trump, and I will stop this madness immediately. I will stop it. And, you know, when you think about it, Mexico and Canada love Biden. They love this idiotic policy. That's so good for them. They won't follow suit. And save Michigan and all of the other auto states, because the American consumer just is not interested in doing this. They're not going to do it. They're all over. It's a glut. They call it a neat glut. But we have to save the American consumer is what we really have to save. I will revoke China's most favored nation status. They have a trade status, most favored, because they say they're a developing country. Well, you know what? We're a developing country, too. We have to redevelop because our country's gone to hell. And we will ban China from buying up America, including American farmland, which you know something about. On day one, I will sign a new executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender insanity, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. And I will keep men out of women's sports. I will sign a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. Now think of it. Could you imagine 10 or 15 years ago having some politician, hate to use that term, but I guess that's what I became, never really wanted to be a politician, but that's what I became, I guess. But could you imagine saying, I will stop child mutilation? Who would think of this? Child mutilation without parental consent. Can you imagine if you made that statement 10 years ago, they'd say, is this guy crazy? But that's what you have to do. We'll stop child mutilation. And can you imagine having to say that I will also we are going to restore the Trump ban on transgender in the military. We had a ban on transgender because, and I went to generals. I say, what do you want to do? No, sir, please do it. But then you see the same guys on television. Well, I'd like to. They just, it's very sad. You know, I had a ban, and tremendous amounts of drugs are necessary. A lot of other things. You're not allowed to have drugs in the military, so just there. And I love everybody. I mean, I love everybody, but it's not something that works, as people will tell you, as generals will tell you, as people in the military will tell you. So I had a ban, and immediately they released that ban. And, you know, it's not a good situation. Just as I did for 4 years, I will fully uphold the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment is under siege. And I will secure our elections. Our goal will be one-day voting with paper ballots and voter ID. That's all we should have. But until then, you got to get out and vote. The way we win is to swamp them. They can only cheat so much. And, you know, a lot of people say, oh, vote early, you know, go vote early, vote Tuesday. You know, they had a vote in Arizona where many of the machines were broken, the Republican machines, of course. For Carrie Lake, there's a wonderful woman, but they had a vote. And they got there on Tuesday, and they stood in line for hours and hours and hours because a big percentage of the machines were not working. Terrible thing. This is what we must do to restore our country to greatness. Together, we are taking on some of the most menacing forces and vicious opponents our people have ever seen. We've never seen anything like it. But no matter how hateful and corrupt the communists and criminals we're fighting against may be, you must never forget that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. It belongs to you. This is your home. This is your heritage. And our American liberty is your God-given right. We can't let anybody take it away. From Sioux Falls to Rapid City, From the Black Hills to the Badlands. What are the Badlands? Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name. I live in the Badlands. Actually, the inner cities are the Badlands, right? I'll bet your Badlands are very nice. And from the open skies of the Great Plains to the majestic banks of the wide and beautiful Missouri, you stand on the shoulders of some of the toughest, freest, and fiercest people ever to walk on this earth, like her, like him, like so many. This state was built by strong South Dakota men and proud South Dakota women who braved the snow and the rain and the hot and the cold, the dangers and the diseases to head west and settle their families on the great frontier. Life was hard and it was tough, but they were Americans, and this was to them God's country. I fully understand it. Fully understand it. This is God's country. South Dakota is the state where Lewis and Clark discovered the awesome splendor of the American West. It's where fearless American workers carved their heroes into the face of Mount Rushmore. Think of that. It's where generations of hunters and trappers, cowboys, ranchers, miners, farmers, workers, and craftsmen helped build America into the greatest nation in the history of the world.
Where's this music coming from? Just queued at the wrong time, I thought, but
now we are a nation in decline. We are a failing nation.
I'm not used to it coming in right
then. We are a nation that has the highest inflation in 50 years, where banks are collapsing and interest rates are through the roof. Likewise, we are a nation where energy costs have reached the highest in our history, where we are no longer energy independent or energy dominant as we were just a short number of years ago. We are a nation that is begging Venezuela and others for oil. Please, please, please help us, Joe Biden says. Yet we have more liquid gold right under our feet than any other country in the world. We are a nation that just yesterday heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will be reducing their output of oil and substantially increasing the price. And we met that threat by announcing that we no longer will be drilling for oil in large areas of Alaska. We are a nation that is consumed by the radical left's Green New Deal. Yet everyone knows that the Green New Deal is fake and will lead to our country's destruction. We are a nation whose leaders are demanding all-electric cars, despite the fact that they can't go far, cost too much, and whose batteries are produced in China with materials only available in China, when an unlimited amount of gasoline is available inexpensively in the United States, but not available in China. And now we are a nation that wants to make our great army tanks all electric, so that despite the fact that they will not be able to go very far either, few pollutants will be released into the air as we blast our way through enemy territory. And also, we are a nation who wants to make our jet fighters with a green energy stamp, losing 15% efficiency, but allowing us to keep our enemy's atmosphere clean of pollutants while we attempt to knock out their planes all over the skies. We are a nation that ended oil exploration and production in the U.S. just as the price of oil reached an all-time high. What other country would do such a thing as that? We are a nation that surrendered in Afghanistan, leaving behind dead soldiers, American citizens, and $85 billion worth of the finest military equipment in the world. And we are a nation that allowed Russia to devastate a country, Ukraine, killing hundreds of thousands of people. And it will only get worse. It would never have happened with me as your president. And for 4 straight years, it didn't happen. And China with Taiwan is next. We are a nation that has weaponized its law enforcement against the opposing political party like never seen before. We've got a Federal Bureau of Investigation that won't allow bad election-changing facts to be presented to the public, and which offers $1 million to a writer of fiction about Donald Trump to lie and say it was fact, where Hunter Biden's laptop from hell was Russian disinformation, and the FBI knew it wasn't, but 51 intelligence agents said it was. And they knew it wasn't also. And the Department of Justice that refuses to investigate egregious acts of voting irregularities and fraud. And we have a man who is totally corrupt and the worst president in the history of our country, who is cognitively impaired, in no condition to lead, and is now in charge of dealing with Russia and the possibility of nuclear war, which would be World War III and far more devastating than any of the previous world wars because of the weaponry that no one even wants to think about. Most powerful weapons in history. We're a nation that no longer has a free and fair press. Fake news is all you get, and they are the enemy of the people. They refuse to discuss the Biden crime family, but enjoy covering false indictments of Donald Trump, who has done nothing wrong. We are a nation where free speech is no longer allowed, and where crime is rampant and out of control like never before. We are a nation that is allowing Iran to build a massive nuclear weapon, and China to use the trillions and trillions of dollars it has taken from us to build a military to more than rival our own. And less than 3 years ago, we had Iran, China, Russia, and North Korea in check. They weren't going to do a thing against us, and everyone knows it. They respected us greatly. Now Russia and China are holding summits to carve up the world. And perhaps most importantly, we are a nation that is no longer respected or listened to on the world stage. No respect. They think we're run by fools. We are a nation that in many ways has become a joke. And we are a nation that is hostile to liberty, freedom, and faith. We are a nation whose economy is collapsing into a cesspool of ruin, whose supply chain, this horrible, horrible supply chain, is broken, and whose stores are not stocked, whose deliveries are not coming, and whose educational system is ranked at the bottom of every single list. We are a nation where large packs of sadistic criminals and thieves are allowed to go into stores and openly rob them, beat up and kill their workers and customers, and leave with armloads of goods, but with no retribution, where the authority of our great police has been taken, where their families and pensions have been threatened, and their lives would be destroyed for the mere mention of the words law enforcement. We are a nation where fentanyl and all other forms of illegal drugs are easier to get than formula for our beautiful little babies. A nation whose once revered airports are a dirty, crowded mess. You sit and wait for hours and then are notified that the plane won't leave, and they have no idea when they will, where their ticket prices have tripled. They don't have the pilots to fly the planes. They don't seek qualified air traffic controllers, and they just don't know what they're doing. We are a nation that has lost its confidence, it's lost its willpower, and it's lost its strength. We are a nation that has quite simply lost its way. But we are not going to allow this horror to continue. 3 years ago, we were a great nation, and we will soon be a great nation again. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and it is hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. 2024 is our final battle. With your support in this primary, we are going to finish what we so brilliantly started. With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will rout the fake news media, and we will drain the swamp once and for all. Like those patriots before us, we will not bend, we will not break, we will not yield, we will never give in, we will never give up, and we will never, ever back down. Together, we will complete the mission. We will cross the finish line. We will evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House, and we will take back this country with a righteous and magnificent victory on Election Day 2024. The great silent majority is rising like never before, and under our leadership, the forgotten men and women will be forgotten no longer. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you. Thank you, South Dakota. God bless you. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
I have to mute that because I'm probably going to get hit copyright if he's playing just all these random songs that he plays at his rallies. But holy crap, I've had to stay quiet for 2 hours. It's been killing me. But I respect the audience. I respect that there was a massive new audience here that most people don't want to hear me. Let's listen to a little bit, though. We got to watch him dance. We got to watch him dance. Oh, I love this man so much. I can't play the music because I will get hit with a copyright, and I may get the stream may get taken down. So I have to mute it and then unmute it. And for those asking, yes, this is live. This is happening right now in South Dakota. which in South Dakota, what is it? It's probably 8:15 over there. So there's yeah, this is Trump, man. He's a warrior. He's a trooper. Boss is looking good, isn't he, Meme TV? I mean, look at our boy. He just look at he's starting to dance. That is the boss right there. He's not even in any rush, man. He just wants to hang out and see the people. What a guy, man. What a guy. He's just built differently.
South Dakota going less than.
So big shout out to Right Side Broadcasting, by the way. I'm the reason I picked their channel to do this. I like Right Side Broadcasting. They're 100% in support of President Trump. So that's why I wanted to pick them. But please, mods, drop a link to their channel for people. For future Trump stuff, they're always on point. They definitely have good access to Donald Trump and the Trump campaign. So definitely, make sure you support them.
Tragic story from that one mom. He obviously got emotional there too. But at the end of the day, too, I mean, he's out there still dancing, still loving the people, and he's going to continue.
He's the man, dude. He is the man. Michael Gorzik just dropped 5 gifted memberships. Okay, you guys showed up. Like, I don't know how to even process what just happened during this stream. Overwhelming support from the Snake Pit, the unbelievable amount of support. And it was killing me not to talk because you guys know how much I like to respond and talk to all of you and everything. Yes, we're going to be showing Sexy back in. Yes, we got a beard of shame. We ain't going nowhere. All right. I don't know if I can get through everything, but I'm going to try to get through at least a good amount tonight. Holy crap. And welcome to the new subscribers. We've gotten great new subscriber numbers tonight as well. I don't even know what to think. I mean, Vuli just dropped another gifted membership. I don't know what. Yes, there was some trolls in the chat. There was definitely some trolls. Wow. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say other than thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Meme TV says, thanks so much for streaming. It's fun watching with friends and family. Absolutely. And again, you guys in the chat you guys just made it so fun. You made it so fun. And I really do appreciate it. What a night. What a night. Let me get this clicked off of there. Shout out to our Rumble peeps over there. I saw you. I couldn't highlight your messages. There's no plug-in link right here. We got Salty Vader for $47. Says, God bless President Trump and thank you, Jeremy, for all you do. All hail the Salty Army and the 199. Absolutely. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And for all the new viewers, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. And as you see, we have the best chat on the internet. We have the most generous chat on the internet. The people here care about what we're doing. It's a collective group of people. And it really is an honor and a privilege to just be a piece to this puzzle. So thank you all so much. Okay, we just got to show it. It's Sexy back in time. Now, for the new people here, what that is I like to be as transparent as I can with our community here because we have a great community. So I try to be as transparent as possible. So if we hit 1,000 likes, I always try to show how much we made in chat revenue, how many memberships we have. And let me tell you, this is probably... it's going to be close. I'd have to look it up. This might be the biggest night we've ever had on CobraCast. This might be the biggest night we've ever had on CobraCast. That's how big of a night we've had. We're nowhere near the biggest Geeks and Gamers stream, but I think this might be a record for CobraCast. This might be a record for CobraCast. You guys saw it. This is crazy. This is wild. Yes, Can Man, you are correct. This is a Lizzo back in what we're about to show. This is a big one right here. Holy crap. So without further ado, here is tonight's sexy back end. Holy crap. 500 new members and over $2,000 in chat revenue. And Dougie B just dropped another 100. What are you doing, Doug? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would tell you right now, if I only had this channel and it was just D-Day Cobra and I wasn't trying to build all this other crazy stuff with Geeks and Gamers, I would be a very, very rich man. I would be a very, very rich man. As it stands, I do well, obviously. But I put so much of this back into what we're doing. I put it right back into, I try to put all of this money back into everything we're building. And, so I just hope you guys know that the money is going to a good cause. It's not, I'm just not pocketing all of this and just living a lavish lifestyle. Mountain Mutt says, Kristi Noem backstage. Jeremy, I think you can, let's see. I think you can afford to buy me a steak tomorrow. Nova, is that what, Nova, do you get is that what you want? You want steak tomorrow?
Yes, always. Medium rare.
There you go. There you go. All right. It
Thank you.
Medium, needs to be medium well.
No, medium rare. Chat.
All
Come
right.
on.
All right.
You know it's medium rare.
All right, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a great team here. And we're trying to build something special. And that's kind of what I talked about earlier with, I don't know if I'll get into one day. I probably will. I can tell you who the company we sat down was, but out of respect, like it wasn't a bad conversation, and I'm not trying to throw any companies under the bus. And it wasn't a bad conversation at all. It was a fine conversation. It just basically made me realize, like, I don't want to work with companies because I don't want to have to bend the knee to anything. And it's not like they said that I had to, but they implied like, hey, if we have your numbers are great, your community's great, all of this is amazing, you have all of this reach, but your politics and controversy and yada yada yada. And so Stacy S, hail the steak pit, the 199, hold the line, Missouri represent for $99. Thank you. Holy crap, Stacy S. Holy crap. But yeah, so that conversation was an eye-opener to me, because it was just like, I don't want to be in this position, and I don't think we have to be in this position. I don't ever want us to have to apologize or dance around things, or we have gotten to where we are because we give our opinions and we don't apologize for those opinions. So what's my motto always been? I work for all of you. So that's why I'm decided to do the direct donation stuff on the website. We're building that out now. And I think we can kick ass. I think if I have to answer to you guys, I'm in a much better place than to answer to a company that's going to question me on my support of Trump, or if I call out Disney or whatever, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'll get further into that with all of you later. That's just something I'm working on. I just want you guys to understand where I'm coming from on that. Wow. Hayden Wayne, when is the Jeremy plays Alien Tabletop RPG on Geeks and Gamers tabletop stream? Arudai won't tell us yet. It's a mystery. We are working on it though. We're working that out. Geeks and Gamers tabletop. Go subscribe to Geeks and Gamers tabletop if you're interested. As a matter of fact, where do they want to go? Aren't they trying to get to a certain number right now? Krista, how many, look up tabletop. How many subs do they have? Just curious. Let's see here. Let me see. Oh, tell me how, was it like, they're trying to hit 10,000, right? Aren't they trying to hit 10,000? That's the number they're trying to hit, I think. But we can drop a link in the chat. Closing in on 10,000. All right, so we're closing on 10,000. I know Arudai really wants to hit 10,000 subscribers, so maybe we can push them to that point. We will see. But yeah, we're working on something. I don't know what Arudai has said, so I'm not going to say anything about what we're working on. But all right, so there they go. All right, so they're at 9,400. They're at 9,400. So we need about 600, less than 600 subscribers to get them to 10,000. 100,000. So we will see. We will see if we can get him up there. But my goodness. All right. Hailstorm. As you guys know, there was some certain news today that I think you guys will appreciate. We do have a beard of shame tonight. Hailstorm, I think you've already got it. Yes. All right. Hailstorm does have us a beard of shame tonight. I know this has been a different CobraCast than the ones you're used to, so we usually go through all the topics and everything, and we have conversations. The Georgia Dog just subscribed to Geeks and Gamers Tabletop. Hell yes. Thank you for that, and thank you for supporting. But let's do beard of shame. It's a little unorthodox. We're all over the place tonight, but that's what we do on CobraCast. We're always all over the place. It's just what we do. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, CobraCast 199 is proud to present to you tonight's beard of shame.
Yeah. Fuck you. Heartfelt.
I refuse to go away. I don't believe in these things called term limits. So I won tonight's beard of shame. Now, if you excuse me, I'll be returning to the pits of hell from whence I came.
Just pouring that vodka, Nancy. Just pouring her some good old vodka nonstop. Shout out to Jay Hailstorm for that. Oh my goodness. You guys are incredible. Yes, we need term limits. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. Now, the thing that I was wanting to pull up earlier was this one right here. Because this, we have to understand, things are about to get crazy. And this is not what, let's just listen to the clip first, and then we'll talk about it.
Filing deadlines haven't passed. President Biden doesn't run. Why shouldn't we consider you a likely candidate?
I think the vice president is naturally one lined up, and the filing deadlines are quickly coming to pass. And I think we need to move past this notion that he's not going to run. President Biden is going to run, and looking forward to getting him reelected. I think there's been so much wallowing in the last few months and hand-wringing in this respect, but we're gearing up for the campaign. We're looking forward to it.
But you hear these calls privately. What do you tell these donors who are wallowing?
Time to move on. Let's go.
And am I supposed to interpret that comment about the vice president that if for some reason the president chose not to run at this point,
well, that's
everybody rallies around her?
It's the Biden-Harris administration. Maybe I'm a
You
little
respect
old-fashioned.
that. Yeah,
Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned about presidents and vice presidents. I was a lieutenant governor, so I'm a little subjective.
Filing deadlines haven't passed.
That Gavin Newsom is the most dangerous person in American politics right now. He is the most dangerous person in American politics. Look at this dude is pure evil. He is pure evil. Don't for 1 second think that he is not positioning himself to run. I 100% believe that Gavin Newsom is looking to run for president of the United States in 2024, and he is the single most dangerous man in American politics, and it's not even close. Because, listen, I'm just going to be honest. He's the type of guy that can win the normies over. He can win normies. They had to cheat to get Biden. Kamala Harris is one of the dumbest human beings to ever walk the face of the earth. This guy is slick, manipulative. He's got charisma. He's got the looks. He's evil as hell. This guy right here is the most dangerous politician in the United States of America right now. So just keep that in mind. I don't care what he said in this interview. There's also reports that Big Mike is looking to run. Big Mike is looking to run. Let me see if I can find that one. Dom just dropped a 50. Michelle Obama's biographer says that he thinks he does not think Joe Biden will be the nominee in 2024. He thinks Michelle is copying Barack's path to the White House. This is from Benny Johnson right here. Right here. Michelle Obama's biographer says he does not think Joe Biden will be the nominee in 2024. He thinks Michelle is copying Barack's path to the White House. Barack, let's see, hang on. Barack started a voter registration organization. So did Michelle. Barack wrote 2 autobiographies. So did Michelle. Barack was the keynote speaker and introduced nominee John Kerry at the 2004 DNC convention. Michelle introduced Joe Biden at the 2021. This is what I'm talking about. Things are about to get fucking crazy. I don't feel like there's a chance in hell that Joe Biden runs in 2024, mainly because he doesn't even know where he's at. Trump's momentum is off the charts. And this is the scariest thing about the Trump momentum. I think the Democrats are going to realize Trump's momentum is so strong, we can't stop him. We can't stop him. Biden is never going to compete with him. Kamala Harris certainly can't compete with him. So who do you have? You have Gavin Newsom and you have Big Mike. Gavin Newsom is still the pick. I believe Gavin Newsom I still believe Gavin Newsom will be the 2024 nominee for the Democrats. I don't know how they're going to pull that off. I don't know how, because it's a very complicated web, but that's what I feel. And that is terrifying to me. I hope that it's Joe Biden. Trust me, I hope that it's Joe Biden. But Gavin Newsom is terrifying. I could literally see the United States of America turning into Equilibrium, that movie Equilibrium with Christian Bale. I could see Gavin Newsom becoming that. It's funny because I say Christian Bale because obviously Christian Bale in American Psycho, that's basically Gavin Newsom. It's terrifying, man. And Equilibrium is a fantastic movie, by the way, if you have not seen it. Knights of Ben. Let's see. Trump. Damn it. Oh, Trump had the fist pump during the ritual. Good times tonight with the 199. Night, everybody. Hey, good night, man. Appreciate that. Knights of Ben dropped a bunch of a big 50 and dropped some gifties, I think, too. Dom Ainge Drain the Swamp. Gosh, man, you guys are crazy. Michelle says he has no appeal. The swing states. You mean Gavin Newsom? I disagree. I think Gavin Newsom has all of the pizzazz and the charisma that will win normies over. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I trust me. I don't like saying that. Ashley shows up and says, Jeremy has cultivated the best chat group of people just by being his genuine self. How wonderful is that? Well, that is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. This chat means the world to me. This little snake pit community, the Discord, the memes are crazy awesome over in our Discord. It really is special. And I hope that we can get a lot of this momentum over to the website. It's going to be a difficult process, and it's going to take a lot of money, but I'm very confident we can build something really, really special. And that's what we're going for. That is what we're going for sure. Wow. Okay. So looking at this now, I don't know how I'm going to I don't know how to catch up on super chats. I really don't. I mean, I'm definitely going to do a square up, I think. But Dougie B, this is from earlier, 50. Yeah, baby, we got your back. Thank you, Dougie B. Linko Kenobi for $100. Watching your channel from work. Hail Cobra, hail Trump 2024, the 199. And I keep seeing the compliments of everybody in the chat. Nothing makes me happier than this chat getting the recognition that they deserve. Nothing makes me happier than that. Let's see. Dom says, have Ryan read super chats. He's a pro. Meme TV, no need to interrupt the boss. You can read this later. Just thank you, Jeremy, for all you do. Hail to the 199. That's another $100 from Meme TV. Doug B for 100. Thanks to D-Day Cobra, we're able to see what the clown stream media should be showing the nation. Don't tread on me, MAGA 2024. And yes, you can get the Don't Tread on Me hoodie in our store. It's in the pinned post right there. So thank you for the support. Knights of Ben, 50 for Major General Jeremy and your team. We are Trump. We are the 199. Thank you. There's Willie freaking Will. Willie Will. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Willie Will. You know how much Willie Will dropped, don't you, chat? And you know what we're about to pull up, don't you, chat? You know exactly what we're about to pull up. I got to find it. I got to save this. So Willie Will came in here. And do you know how much Willie Will dropped? I want to bring my good friend Eric July in to show you what he dropped. This is how much Willie Will dropped.
And this is how much it was. $500 donation. You know what he says? Nothing. Drops $500 on the table. Looks over at everybody at the poker table. Dropped it on there. Moonwalked right out of the saloon, double doors. Didn't say anything. Spurs on his boots. Couple holstered handguns. Cowboy hat. Thick mustache. Dropped the money on the table, looked at everybody square in their eye, and just moonwalked right out of the saloon double doors. Didn't say shit. Didn't say anything. No message there. Didn't say jack shit. And you have to be a cocky son of a bitch. First and foremost, that's not cheap. You got to be a cocky son of a bitch to drop $500 and just bounce the fuck out of there. Don't say nothing. I respect that.
Shout out to my boy Young Ripper. The Rippaverse. If you guys are not aware of the Rippaverse, you should be. Go check out Young Ripper 59 in his YouTube channel. You'll find all you need to know. And again, thank you, Willie Will. Yeah, it's really incredible, Willie Will. So I don't know what to say other than thank you, brother. Your support is insane, and I thank you. Thank you so very much. Wow, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. Doug B dropped the other 100. Didn't say anything. Didn't say anything. Doug B. Let's see. Hayden Wayne says there are 3 groups at odds in the U.S. the cult, the establishment, and the MAGA crowd. If you pay attention, you can tell who's who, what moves each group is making. The establishment is dying. One of the other 2 will win. I actually agree with that. That's a really good assessment of it too, Hayden, because it's clear that the establishment is dying. They are dying, and they're dying because we're witnessing it happen right before our very eyes. The reason, look at tonight, Friday Night Tights. We had 15,000 people watching us on Friday Night Tights. You know, we are just a whole different ball game. And we just are just nerds. We're talking about movies and video games and comic books, and we're just regular people having a regular discussion. And you see the late night hosts who haven't done anything since the writer's strike because they don't have anyone telling them what to say. They tried to do this whole cringe podcast together. They don't know what they're doing because they're not authentic. They're not real people. They're bought and paid for. Everything is scripted by them. So when they're actually talking like a real person, they can say nothing. You know, like, here's the deal. I've talked about this many times. I don't prep for anything on YouTube. I just follow the stuff naturally. I don't do I read stuff on Twitter. I watch other YouTube videos. I follow the news cycle. I follow people that are interesting. I keep up with video games. I keep up with movies. I keep up with politics. I keep up with all this random stuff. It's just who I am. Now, if I sat there and even spent an extra hour every day and like prepping myself so that I would know exactly what to say and how to read the specific word and, know exactly, I could probably be a little bit better talking about stuff, probably. But I think the authenticity is what people like. I just naturally follow this stuff. I'm naturally into it. And so that's just what I do. Like when I sit down to do a video, I don't prep for the fucking video. I look for an article. I'm like, I could probably talk about that. And I just make a video. I don't think about it. You know? That's just how I do it. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong or whatever, but you know, like here, this is right here on Twitter. If I was to make a video, which I probably should start making videos right here. Here we go. Kristi Noem, one of the best governors in the entire United States of America, has fully backed Donald J. Trump for president of the United States of America. A major win for Donald Trump. Now, most people will sit there and tell you that Ron DeSantis was the best governor in the entire country. And maybe before he stabbed Donald Trump in the back, maybe a lot of us would still believe that. But now here we are, after seeing Ron DeSantis stab Donald Trump in the back, a lot of people have looked at it and said, well, wait a minute. He didn't actually lock his state down like Kristi Noem did. Kristi Noem actually did go against the grain. She didn't. She kept her state wide open, while Ron DeSantis, even though he says he didn't shut it down, he actually did. And I live in the state of Florida, so I can tell you point blank that, yes, there were lockdowns in Florida. There were mask mandates in Florida. And yes, Ron DeSantis actually threatened to arrest people for a short period of time. He was also very pro-vaccine. Get your jab, wear your mask, do your part. And that's fine. Like, that happened. But now everybody's looking at it going, well, you turned on Trump, and Kristi Noem actually was the best governor in the entire United States of America. And so today here, we have Kristi Noem putting out a massive endorsement of Donald J. Trump. And Kristi Noem, by all accounts, probably the best governor in the United States of America over the last several years, and a massive win for Donald Trump to get this endorsement from Kristi Noem. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. I could do something like that. Like, I just winged that whole thing. I wasn't even ready to do it. But that's what it could have just been, a video really quick. But anyway, no prep. Who needs prep? You know? There you go. So, swig of water for the working man. I can do a video game video right now, or a movie one, or something like that. Or I could do something on Elon Musk is suing the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, they're doing good things. But if you look at it, the reality of it is the Anti-Defamation League is actually just the Defamation League, because they will literally bully companies into giving them money. They will go and attack companies and they want you to give them money. That is how they utilize their power. I'm not going to go into that whole thing. But anyway, I need to make more videos. I know that for a fact. So yes, Elon is actually suing the Anti-Defamation League, and he's also suing the state of California right now as well. There's a lot. There's a lot to that. I don't know how to say. So Alan sent me a super chat to say his name. So I always just say Alan Tansy. Is that how you say it? Tansy. Sorry, I started telling dad jokes last year. He just laughed. Weird, because he's been dead for over 25 years. Happy Halloween season. Hey, brother, never apologize, man. We're all weird. I'm weird. You're weird. Every single person in this chat is weird by the standard of perfection that social media tries to put out there. We all have our weird kind of whimsical ways and all that. Never apologize, man. We embrace the weirdness here at the Snake Pit for sure. Salty Source Rex, I'll be back. Salt King is still going. Shout out to Salty and the Salty Army. Doug B for 20. Jeremy, I have mad respect for you, a man of integrity who won't back down. It may not seem like it, but I don't give money willy-nilly. And the only channels I've ever given to are Geeks and Gamers channel because of your leadership. 199-4547. That really means a lot, Doug, because when I bring people here, like, I love our team. I love our people we have. And so it's to see them getting support is important as well. So I really appreciate that, Doug. And Doug with another 20 says, it's so amazingly troubling and scary when you see all this insane, highly illegal crap going on day after day. It gets worse daily, and we're still over a year out. Keep this man safe. That's right. Keep President Trump safe. Josh Kruskal says, or Krusky says, sorry, hour behind. Had to get dinner after F&T. Sounds like the group that was looking to sponsor wasn't actually wanting to work with you. They just wanted to control you by putting you under a contract. That's not necessarily the case. This was something that was set up by some mutuals. And again, it was a good conversation. It was a good, respectful conversation. It's just that when us being controversial became part of the topic of discussion, it's just really hit me. And we're not talking about like small amount of money here. Now, no official offer was made. No official number was discussed. I was told what numbers to expect could be part of the discussion. And let's just say we're talking 6 figures. All right. It was a massive deal. But even if that much money's on, and I'm talking about per month, by the way, just to be clear. But once it was like, you can't talk or you can't be controversial, I'm like, well, I don't really know if there's any amount of money where I'm just going to stop talking politics. It's just not going to happen. Doug B says, how the crap do you guys give so many? It keeps capping me. So some of the guys like Vic Whiplash, do you not get locked out? How does that work? I'm sure you guys talked about it in the chat, but yeah, that is interesting that you keep getting capped. Vic Whiplash for 20. You are not alone. We are not alone. We are the 199 and we hold the line. Hell yes. Doug B. If not for this man, we would have absolutely no hope for our country. Just about everyone else running is a joke. That is true. That is 100% true. And I agree with you. I don't know if there's another human being on the planet that could be doing what Donald Trump does. Very for 20. My favorite part about Trump is he isn't clinical. He tells jokes, makes fun of people, and just makes it any speech a normal conversation. Just shows that he isn't a normal politician, and that's why he is my future president. Yeah, like that's just how he is, man. And he's never going to change. He is what he is. We love him, all of his flaws. We love him. And that's why he has such a massive connection with the people. Brock just dropped 20 gifted memberships. Are you kidding me, Brock? Whew. Wow. Unbelievable, man. Vic Whiplash. Talk minus action equals 0. Absolutely. Steve Safaro. What's up, Steve? The best chat, the best president, and the best streamer, D-Day Cobra. I appreciate that. I don't consider myself the best anything, but I'm happy to have a few people follow me and a few people support me. It's the best feeling ever. It really is. Joseph Finley for $19.99. I have an electrical vehicle to drive 2.5-3 hours. Took me 4.7 hours. I can never see myself driving an electrical vehicle. I just can't do it. I can never see it. Not for me. Not saying it's bad. Not saying it's wrong, but I can never see it. Doug B for 20. This man was sent by God. Talking about President Trump. I agree. Elsa Barrett said, we've been using electric motors for a while, as early as World War I. We had submarines that propelled themselves through the water with electric motors. They were called diesel submarines. There's no such thing as an electric car. I got you. So yeah, electric motor. Yeah. Got you on that. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Lefty Coon for 20. Good allegory comparing equilibrium, comparing to a Newsom presidency. Big night tonight, Jeremy, all because you have something few other live streamers have. Authenticity, integrity, and fellowship. Hashtag 199, hashtag raccoon gate, hashtag snake fit. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I if you haven't seen Equilibrium, you should definitely watch Equilibrium. I do believe that that's what a Gavin Newsom presidency would look like. Swig of water for the working man. Equilibrium is one of my favorite movies of all time. It didn't have the budget of something like The Matrix, but if it would have had a budget like The Matrix, it would have competed with The Matrix. So damn good, man. It's so good. Hayden Wayne for 20. Or you could play Armor Core 6, the From Software game, the makers of Dark Souls and Not Just Give Up. It takes tactics. We need to see the first reaction to the game. It will be really fun gameplay, but challenging as no like. You have told me this a few times. I'm interested in playing Armor Core 6. So listen, I'm definitely streaming tomorrow. I think what I'll do is I'll stream through OBS. That way, after I do the Super Chat Square Up, maybe I can fire up some games. We'll see. But I am certainly streaming tomorrow. So you guys have confirmed a surprise Saturday CobraCast. It's got to be during the day because I have a massive game tomorrow night. Alabama, Texas, and I am an Alabama fan. Roll Tide. Alabama, Texas is going to be monumental. This is a huge matchup. So I will be completely focused on that tomorrow night. But tomorrow during the day, I got to do my shoot. If I'm going to have to do a square up, there's no way I'm going to get through all this. But we'll see. So I might just fire up that and then I'll do it through OBS so I can run it and do a gaming stream as well. Blackguard became a member tonight and dropped hundreds of memberships. I don't know how many Blackguard dropped tonight, but and he says this is for 10. This has to be one of Trump's greatest closing arguments of all time. Yes, Blackguard, thank you for all the gifted memberships. And let's talk about this for a minute. Let's talk about this. So there was a lot of debate in the chat about sorry, Krista, I know I was a little off on that one. I apologize. I need to scroll up. The music. There was a lot of debate in the chat about the music. I don't think that the music was I think that Trump was not expecting it then, but I also think he rolled with it. I don't think it was too far off because we know Trump will shut something down in a hot minute. Okay. If it's not what he wants. And we've seen this before. So I'll show it here really quick. This is how Trump will act if something happens that was not this is how he'll handle a situation if he doesn't want it. Where is it at? I'm looking for it now. Oh, right here. So with the music, clearly he wanted it there. I don't think they missed their cue very long because this is how Trump would have acted.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
Trump's the best, dude. So, but I do think it was a tad too loud. It was just a tad too loud, but it still got the point across. So I'm a sucker for music being put in those types of moments or movies or anything like that. Like that's how you get me right there. Oracle of Doom for $12.22. All of this Twitter or X. I have a solution for all. Call it Twix. Now everyone is happy. Hail the 199. Hail Cobra Commander. Trump 2024. MAGA. Thank you. Mozamboni scanning in $10. I've been trying to burst through and officially join the ranks of Legion of Memers. I just made some headway tonight on X. My Shad meme is going viral right now. Hail the 199. Cobra. La 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 la. Listen, this Legion of Memers, and this is like, I mean what I'm about to say with every bone in my body. Memers won the presidential election in 2016 for Donald Trump. All right. They did it. Memers are more important now than they've ever been before. Memes are literally the most important thing going on. And the Legion of Memers are crushing it. Let's see. I see Meme TV is asking what your handle is. But yeah, like memes are fucking massively important. And the MAGA memers out there have been doing Damn good work. And by the way, on that note, I need to give a shout out to someone that had their Twitter account suspended. And that is this account right here. So Meme TV, I retweeted this from Meme TV right here. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. So there's Meme TV. And then this is Lauren's account right here. Got suspended. So, dear Elon Musk and X, why the hell are you suspending content creators when, as far as we know, they haven't violated any rules without giving proper reasons, like an email as to why they are suspended? This is most likely a mistake. Fix it. And Lauren's account got suspended. Lauren, I followed Lauren. Great account, part of the Dilly Meme team. So please, if you guys can go, this is on my Twitter timeline. If you can go throw some retweets on that, that would help. So shout out to you guys. And anything I can do to help. But man, it's tough. But memes are so damn important, and the Legion of Memers are incredibly important. And I hope each and every one of you that are part of the Legion of Memers know that. Hail to the Legion of Memers. You guys crush it. You guys have become such an integral part of the fellowship and the 199 and the Snake Pit. You guys are the best. So I really appreciate you guys. So you guys mean a lot. Warren Smith. Sorry, I offered this times a million to not have feet or gay content. No cigar. What's up, Warren? How the hell are you, brother? Coalee, shout out to all of the trolls for allowing us to meme them, monetize them, and then creating actual future interactive options for geeks and gamers and Cobra website. Please troll more. Hell yes. Yeah, the trolls were apparently in there pretty wild tonight in the chat, and you guys just handled business. Very for 10. Liberty safes are the new Bud Light. That whole story was crazy with the Liberty safes. Alec Baldwin's finger for 10. Not sure if you covered it, but the Cary Lake Lawfare battle is working in Arizona. We are winning. She is making headway. She's making a lot of headway. And I believe that there's a lot of things we're going to look back on. Again, it's not just going to happen by people sitting around, but if we continue to move forward, then there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to look back at a year from now and 2 years from now and go, man, if we didn't fight, it's going to win a whole different direction. And I think a lot of people are fighting right now. And that's a good sign. David Phillips, Trump Noem 2024. Hayden Wayne, Lake is my choice one for VP, but supposed to announce running for Senate soon. So Noem is a close second. She's pro-freedom. She's proved it. I'd gladly get behind back that ticket. Hayden was struggling a little bit with that one. A little bit of struggling there with you, Hayden. I can relate, brother. I can relate. Elsa Barrett says Biden isn't a 6 handicap. He's just a regular run-of-the-mill handicap. Rodney Full Circle for 10. Jeremy, what are the chances of getting this man or Don Jr. on Geeks and Gamers? I know I am dreaming, but it would be so freaking cool. Yeah, so the thing, I hate bringing this up because it's sad, but don't get me wrong. I'll always talk about everything with you, but it makes me sad because my late friend John Bartolo, he was working very hard to get that very thing to happen. He was friends with Don Jr. He got me the signed Donald Trump 45 hat that I have sitting over here. You guys can't see it; it's right outside the picture, but it's a signed Donald Trump 45 hat, "Make America Great Again" hat. And yeah, he was actively working on making that happen. He was working towards that. So there's other people I know that are friendly with Don Jr. So we just got to keep growing this thing up, man. We got to give them that. We got to show them that the Snake Pit is important enough that they need to be here. Benny is also it said that he's gonna see what he can do on that front too. So we will see. We keep growing and moving forward, man, and we'll see what happens. But rest in peace to John Bartolo. He was a real one, man. John was as real as they come, man. Dilbo T Baggins for $10. Thank you. Blackguard 4. Regardless of whether he's 100% honest, he's still 100% more credible than what we have now or before him. He's a tail spinner for sure, but he knows how to use his charisma, stage presence. Donald Trump, he has this incredible ability, man, to just work the room like literally no other. It really is special watching Trump just work his magic. It really, really is. He's special. He's a once in a lifetime human. Cuddy Soup 77 got my Trump Revenge mugshot t-shirt yesterday. Freaking love it. Trump 2024 and beyond. Yes, you can get and you can also get the Trump Revenge t-shirts. All those proceeds go to the Trump 2024 campaign, or you can get this one right here, the Don't Tread on Me Cobra hoodie or t-shirt. Coali, my parents gave up their old life to bring my brother and I to the great USA. I'll be damned if I let their sacrifice be in vain. Hail 199. Coali, that's an awesome statement you made there. And I want to read it one more time because I just think it's cool. My parents gave up their old life to bring me and my brother to the great USA, or my brother and I to the great USA. I'll be damned if I let their sacrifice be in vain. Hail the 199. Shout out to you. That is awesome. Anima Chains, Trump 2024 or 1776. Hell yes. Coali, I wouldn't pay for it, but imagine if our current president could talk this long without stuttering. Yeah, I know. We know that can't happen. Linko Kenobi. Let's see here. For 10. Hey, Jeremy, I enjoyed your channel. Just gave you 10 memberships. Going to bed. See you Monday on Mario Kart. Hail Cobra Trump 2024 199. Good night. Link, thank you so much. Real quick, I'm glad that Link said that because there is a programming note, okay? This is for everybody that follows Geeks and Gamers or D-Day Cobra. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be pretty different for us because we're all traveling and I don't know logistics yet. Now, I know Beardo and Jed they're still going to be in Orlando, and they basically said whatever you need from us. So I don't know how that's going to look yet. You're probably going to get a slightly shortened or condensed CobraCast Monday and Wednesday. I'll make it up to you guys though. I don't know what's happening on Mario Kart yet. I'm trying to work on all of this, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to be a little different, but you're going to get content. Okay. You're going to get content. So just keep that in mind. I'm not sure how it's all going to look yet, but we will be traveling. Crazy Clown Town, $10. DeSantis didn't backstab Trump with a knife. He backstabbed him with being a rhino horn, or he backstabbed him with a rhino horn. 100%. 100%. J Tapia 199. Hail the 199. Nick Ryan. Hail the 199. Are we going to get a One Piece review? Krista was yelling at me today, telling me to make a video. I'll probably make a video over on Geeks and Gamers. I might do that tomorrow. As far as One Piece goes, the live action from Netflix, I loved it. I don't know much about the anime. I've seen a little bit of the anime. But it is very authentic to most of the characters from what I've seen. If you're just a normie like me, I think you're going to love it. It's a pirate movie, or it's a pirate show. It's a different take on pirates, a lot of whimsical characters. I loved every second of it. If I have any criticism of the live action One Piece, I feel like I was telling this to Krista about it because like we don't get enough time of like them sailing or going on adventures. Like everything happens so quickly. You know, once they go, like they're here and then they say, oh, well, okay, we got to go there. And then they just end up there. And I don't get I want to see the journey at least a little bit to get from point A to point B. I understand that it probably had a lot of limited time. So I wish there was a little more adventure element to like showing me the journey to get from where you're at to where you're going. But overall, I loved it. I loved it. And it's made me very interested in going back and watching the anime now and getting further into that. So it's fantastic. It really is. So I highly recommend One Piece live action. Highly recommend it. Z Highness, can you initiate the Snake Force 5? It's actually not a bad idea. As is Wonky Eyebrow. Jeremy, driving to the UK meetup next year. Do it. It would probably be a little difficult, but if you guys do it again next year, I'll probably do it. Mina for 199 says, hail to the 199 Trump speech. Yes, Trump 2024. Matthew Hammond for 499. Did you see the Wisconsin Supreme Court decision? Wisconsin Supreme Court says that ballot drop boxes aren't allowed in the state. I did see that was going around. I didn't confirm everything, but I did see that was going around. Incoherent turd. Important announcement. Chris Christie is fat. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. There's no way. There's no way. You mean this guy?
We like to troll. We like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
It seems to me gets smaller and smaller. And smaller in every way. Smaller in the way we talk to each other. Smaller in the way we look at each other. Smaller in the things that we talk to each other about. Smaller in the issues that we cared enough to get angry about. Small by their example. Small by the way they conduct themselves. Small by the things they tell us we should care about. Smaller and smaller. They're making us smaller by dividing us into smaller and smaller groups. And they sell to you that we should get into these smaller groups. The smaller and smaller group you get into, the smaller group you get into, the smaller the group you get into, we're going big. We want a country of our own. Imagine what would have happened. We know what would have happened. We had had a small leader. If America had pulled away and decided to go small, we said no. America will go big. And it was about our country and its future. And I wondered what our choice was going to be. Were we going to be small or were we going to be big?
Shout out to Hailstorm for that one. Eric K for 5 says Jeremy wears Chris's ripped jeans and Steph's hoodie. Probably not Larry Sinclair. It says my lips are wet, my teeth are out. I'm ready for Obama's D. Ugh. Ugh. Ryan Guy for 5. Did you hear about Elon preventing World War III? He cut off Starlink to Ukraine as they were trying to use it to coordinate an attack a Russia port, I believe. I did see that story. I saw the tweets and everything about that. And I like my problem with Elon. I think Elon Musk will ain't no thinking about it. I mean, Elon Musk will go down. He's a historical figure. He will go down as a historical figure that people remember forever. I just don't know why he's so against Trump. Like, I don't know why. And I guess he's lightened up on that a little bit. He has lightened up on that. I mean, like, he had a tweet with the ADL that was pretty interesting. Let me see if I can find this one really quick. I've got so many fucking bookmarks right now. Let me see if I can find right here. Yeah. So this was a tweet from Elon. So it's like he shows moments of like he is embracing it. Like, let's see. Among other things, the ADL wanted this platform to permanently ban Trump, even though roughly half the country voted for him. What exactly does banning Trump have to do with fighting anti-Semitism? And then you see it right there. For Elon Musk to allow Donald Trump back on Twitter, like, what are you talking? Yeah. So what your point being? So this is back when Elon put the poll up to kind of bring Trump back and all that. That's crazy. I just wish Elon would drop whatever his issue is with Trump and fully embrace Trump. That's what I wish. Probably too much to ask for. Isaiah Byer says, this is why we watch you. You focus on your viewers and not the money. Hail the 199 and the fellowship. I just appreciate you guys. I never in my life imagined I'd be in the position I'm in, and I'm thankful for every day that I have it. And I feel like every day could be my last day having this type of support. So I try to appreciate it as much as I can in the moment. So thank you guys for being here. Incoherent Turd for $4.99. Friendly reminder, Noem never had mandates. The Sanctimonious had to repeal his Trump 2024. 100%. Let's see. Brer 24/7. Jeremy, who you tapping? Carrie Lake or Kristi Noem? Oh, God. That's a tough one. If you ask me just who's hotter, probably Kristi Noem's probably hotter. Yeah. They're both really attractive women for their age, but they're both It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. If you're asking me who I'm tapping for VP, then I want Carrie Lake. I just still want Carrie Lake. I prefer Carrie Lake. I think Carrie Lake has shown more true dedication to Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I truly believe. But they're both really attractive. John Kennedy says, hail the 199 and keep up the good work. My prediction is Kristi Noem officially endorses Trump. And please tell Jay, I think Avatar sucks. I definitely will. Daria Murphy for $4.99. Hey, Jeremy, I'm still interested in helping on the website. If you need me, just let me know. Darian, that's definitely something that I will. I have already had that in mind. It's just a matter of getting all the ducks in a row first. But yes, you're going to be hearing from me. Alan says, by the way, my last name is pronounced Tanasi. Okay, Tanasi. There it is. Alan Tanasi. There we go. Archer Blades, God bless the USA. Thank you. Mary Nicholson for 5. This right here, this is why we love Trump. He loves the flyover country that everyone else ignores. He has respect for us plebs the elites hate. 100%. As is Wonky Eyebrow, don't make more videos, Jeremy. Just live stream, dude. That's what everybody loves, man. They love the live streams. Gerald Armstrong, Gnome for AVN Award. Joe C. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, God bless his grace on thee. Well said. As is Wonky Eyebrow, we like silent Jeremy. Gung Ho Mac. You need this more than me for 5. Hail 199. Dude, Gung Ho Mac. Are you still here, Gung Ho Mac? Are you still in this chat, Gung Ho Mac? Gung Ho Mac was crushing me during the live. Like, he was crushing me. Yeah, I know. I do need to make more videos for growth. 100%. The only way this channel will grow is if I make videos. That's the only way it grows. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Gung Ho Mac was just roasting me. He was giving me hell. It was so funny. He's like, this is Jeremy's best stream. He hasn't talked. Please, Trump, keep talking so Jeremy doesn't talk. It was so fucking good. Hayden Wayne, Trump literally sold rice to the Chinese. Literally. Troy News, Democrats for Biden, Republicans for DeSantis, Americans for Trump. Hell yes. B. Carswell, Joe can only debate ice cream flavors. F rhinos. Alan Tanasi says, if Trump goes to jail, I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me. Rorschach, baby. They're in the woods for a 1. Thank you. Zach Branham, who also dropped a few gifties, by the way, for 199. Thank you, Zach. Gerald Armstrong, did you see the video of the father of the fallen Marine in Cabal talking in the hearing? He was dropping F-bombs. I don't think I've seen that one. Taker 610 for 2 says, gay is almost back up to $5. Oh, gas. I thought it was the why are you gay? Gas is almost back up to $5 out west. I mean, that could have been gay too. Thank you, Taker. I thought it was GAE. Why are you gay? Alan, Europe equals stupid people. Best words. Meme TV dropping 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Meme TV. Nagranol for 199. Thank you, Nagranol. Fantastic Mr. Knox. Jeremy's face when $500 drops. Priceless. I think that's why you see. Here's what's funny. When I do the reaction streams, you guys know I respect the audience is here to like listen to what I am reacting to. And I feel like you guys just want to drop all the gifted memberships and the super chats just to watch my reaction while I'm muted, which is funny as hell. It's pretty damn funny. You guys are the best. Lost Tales for $1. Thank you, Lost Tales. Freedom Jeffrey 1776. Thank you for streaming our president. You are welcome. And shout out to Right Side Broadcasting again. Gritto Gaming. God bless Donald J. Trump. Eric K. As will be mad. Trump will not pay for trans boobs. Joseph Finley. Looks like Trump was emotional for a moment. I did look like that. It did look like that. Lapco92, I'll pay more attention to a 2-hour Trump speech than 5 minutes of anything Obama ever vomited out. Gerald Armstrong, Trump or Death 2024. Ryan Guy, that speech was incredible. It really was. Lost Tales for $1. Thank you. Michael Gorzik for the 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Westward Smile for $2. Let's go. Number 1 on the day. I mean, we definitely have a shot at number 1. We have a legitimate shot at number 1. We have a legitimate shot. Lost Tales for $1. Thank you. Celluloid Dream, I swear I heard the feds just now. Westward Smile, make it 2 medium rare steaks. Lapco, thank you, Westward Smile. Lapco 92, if Biden comes to Oklahoma, I'm stealing his Depends as a war trophy. Consequences be damned. Old Renaissance Nerd, if it started discovering Friday Night Tights, which led to Geeks and Gamers, Drunk 3PO as Locked and Loaded Latinos, Beardo, Krista, Ryan, Melanie. Thank you all. Got my my Donald Trump gear. So thank you so much. That is amazing. I'm glad you found all that, man. I'm glad you did. Blake Barrett says, let's see. Kamala isn't dumb. She knows everything about AI. Eric K, I do not compliment Jeremy. He only has so many hats he can afford to buy with a big more to buy more with a big head. Yeah, you're right about that. There's only so much. There's only so much room, right? Thank you, Eric. You know I love you, Eric. And by the way, Cam Man as well. Cam Man, thank you, Cam Man. Cam Man was crushing it tonight. You and Eric are just a hell of a team, man. You guys are great. Mr. Sack says, would you consider a slow transition over to Rumble, or would you consider using Rumble's infrastructure for the website? My whole thing is I want my voice to reach as many people as possible. You know, because the getting Donald Trump elected is the most important goal. It's not me making money. It's not me growing my channel. It's me getting as many people to listen. Now, growing Geeks and Gamers has always been my focus, is to grow that channel, which I need to make more videos over there. But for here, I just want to reach as many people as possible. But obviously, the more money we have, the more revenue we have, the more things we can do. So that's why I'm 100% open to having Rumble's infrastructure to help me out on the website once we kind of get all that established. And my thing is this, like, I am going to essentially I am going to open it up to let people just support us on the website however they want. I'm not going to tie it to memberships and all that shit. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to, like, we're going to tie you into reoccurring $5 or $10 a month. I've tried that. I wasn't good at keeping up with it. I like people to freely support to the best of their ability. And I need to earn your trust to let you know that I'm going to do the best I can with the support you guys give me over there. But I like the idea of, like, freedom. Let people be free, support what they want, what they can. But at the same time, everybody's going to be able to go be part of the rewards of what that site will become. And so it's unorthodox. It's not the smart way of doing things. That's usually not how I always do things my way anyway. But using Rumble's infrastructure, I'm 100% open to that. And I've had some discussions with those guys in the past, and they're good people for sure. Dom H, need a wrestling chant for Jeremy. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. I appreciate that, man. Pizza and Dom, shout out to you, brother, and your brother. I appreciate you guys. That's all I'll say. I really appreciate what you guys do. Pizza is great. It will be nuts seeing how Gavin Newsom was married to Kimberly, who is not only high, but also is Trump's soon-to-be daughter-in-law. Absolutely. Dragon Dan, remember when you got fake demonetized and talked about how human should watch the top super chatted channels? Maybe the caps are the counter to that. Okay, hang on a minute. Remember when you got fake demonetized and talked about how a human should watch the top super chatted channels? Maybe the caps are the counter to that. Well, I didn't get fake demonetized. I mean, that really did happen. We really got demonetized. It was about 24 hours. So we did get demonetized. I don't know if you meant that it was fake from YouTube's perspective, meaning that they made the mistake, but we did get demonetized. It was for 24 hours. I was confident that everything was going to get turned around, and it did. and all of my haters were celebrating like it was the end of the fucking road for geeks and gamers. Oh, they finally got taken down. They're racist and sexist and misogynistic, and they're horrible people. And YouTube finally recognized their bigotry. And I'm like, we did nothing wrong. And I know for a fact we did nothing wrong. And I said it. I was like, this is a glitch. It will be taken care of. And it was within 24 hours. And all those clowns were so mad. But yeah, as far as other channels, I mean, look, man, Fresh and Fit just got fully demonetized, but I don't know much about Fresh and Fit. I don't know much about them. I know that they've had some spicy stuff over there, but I don't. One thing, here's what I do know about Fresh and Fit from my understanding. And again, I am not saying this is true or not. From what I understand, they have a history of false flagging channels. And if you are false flagging channels, I have no respect for you. I have no respect for a content creator, a YouTuber that false flags YouTube channels. I just don't have any respect for people that false flag YouTube channels. You know what I mean? I just don't at all. And if that's the case, if they did, because I heard the accusations, if they false flag channels for criticizing them, zero respect, zero. Taker says, Jeremy, bring up that BlackRock video again and check out how the dude is sitting in the beginning. Like, who the fuck sits like that? Are you talking about the one on FNT? Let me see. Jeremy should go on Fresh and Fit and see how react with all the girls. I'll probably never go on Fresh and Fit. Probably never going to happen. The Sean too. Bro, Trump talked about the lady screaming. Yes, Trump brought up the SJW woman. Trump brought up the SJW woman. That's the greatest thing ever. I can't believe it. Krista, have you clipped that out yet? I know you've been working.
Yes, I did clip it out.
God, you've got to clip that out and put that up as a short all over social media.
Yes. So go follow Jeremy on Instagram, D-Day Cobra, same as the YouTube channel. That's where I'll be clipping out clips from live streams and uploading it there. A lot of what Trump says and the stupid things that Biden does and says as well. And also go follow CobraCast on Twitter so you know when this show goes live, if there's any surprise streams, and same thing, clips. Actually, Jeremy, if you don't mind sharing your screen to the Twitter page of CobraCast, and
sure, hang on. Let's see.
You could show them the clip I clipped out. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm loud. There's a lot of carpet in this room.
So Krista, you got to get the part where he says it, and then you just got to put the part where she screams.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
it's there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you already did it?
Oh yeah.
Holy crap, Krista. All right. So Krista runs this account right here, the CobraCast 199 account. So is this it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You got to go back.
Remember Hillary with the thing with the women screaming that one woman with the glasses, she's become famous? No.
Donald J. Trump is now president of the United States.
Good job, Krista. I didn't even know you got it. Look at there. Krista's
Yep, been
on
working
it.
both on clipping stuff and doing super chats.
Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, that's the account right there. Good
Look
job,
at those
Krista.
emojis. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Good stuff, Krista. All right. That was awesome. All right. Well, there you go. Sailor MAGA Moon. Get off the stage, Fat Kristi for 199. Lost Tales for 2. Alex Jones exclusive intel on Elon. Inside details new. I don't think I can open up to that because I got so many to get to. Lost Tales. Again, Discord. Drop a link to the Discord mods because Lost Tales. So it's the Geeks and Gamers Discord, but Lost Tales and the whole Snake Pit are over there in the Snake Pit section within the Geeks and Gamers one, and they crush it. So much good information. Eric K just dropped a link right there. So much good information. They are great. I love them. The memes are crazy. It's insane. Lapco 92. If I find fault with Kristi or Lizzo, does that sound hypocritical? Hayden Wayne says, I appreciate you and Ash shouting me out and helping and bringing the context to the rant video, and Jed for showing it in the edit. Thanks for that, brother. Thanks to you, man. I appreciate you, Hayden. Hayden started following us in like the last year or two, whatever. And man, just been a joy to, have you part of the 199 and the fellowship, man. You've been great. Lapcode 92 says, why all the hate for Kamala? When there's a job to be done, she's willing to roll up her sleeves and get her knees dirty. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's see. Krista, did you not get Rumble? Krista?
No.
You didn't? All
No,
right,
my
that's
bad. That
fine.
was my
No.
bad.
I got the Rumble chat pulled
Oh,
up.
okay,
so
okay.
I got it. Looks like here we go. Dara Mouth. Hey, Jeremy. When are you going to have your Alabama brother Camelot on? It would be interesting to see what two YouTube boys from the state will do. Trump 2024. So I was actually on with Camelot a few months ago. I think he's wanting me to come back on. I don't know when I'm going to have time. I don't know if Camelot would want to get into politics as heavy as I do over here, but again, we don't always have to do politics over here. But yeah, Camelot's crushing it. He's doing a great job on his channel. I'd love to get him on here at some point. So I love what he's doing. So shout out to Camelot, my Alabama bro. He's also a NASCAR driver. Hell yeah. See, Darmouth says when he wins, we need to show up for the biggest inauguration ever. 199. Let's see here. There's Salty Vader's $47 super chat. Fuck the New World Order for 5 says, thank you for running this uninterrupted. As hard as that is for you, this earned the money. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Vault 95 survivor Jeremy Timpool cannot show off his back end. He's too ashamed. And Vault 95 for Survivor, Nerdrotic gave Picard Season 3 a very positive review. It is now available on DVD, so you don't have to watch it on Paramount Streaming. Hail DVDs, hail the 199 and the Snake Pit. Thank you. I know we got a lot of gifted memberships. Let's see. How many do we have? Jeez, man. Yeah, that's a lot. There's Vic Whiplash. Just dropped 10 more. Vic, you mad lad. Vic, just dropped 10 more. Gorgie the King says, smaller is the word. The word means small. Smaller is the word, 7 letters. Thank you. Hayden, I drove hundreds of miles in the middle of the desert and almost 1,000 miles to get to and from work every few weeks. Electric doesn't make work. Yeah, Hayden does a ton of driving. Jesse 007 tuned in late, but loved seeing that sexy back end. Keep dropping red pills, Jeremy. To be the man, you have to beat the man. Woo! 199 Trump 2024. Thank you. There's Michael Gorzik's 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Zero Cool went from making $45 an hour full benefits company truck to being laid off from 3 jobs under Biden that pay half. Go Trump. Hail the Snake Pit. Hail the 199. Thank you. Zero Cool. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. And that's why we got to support Trump, man. We got to. Vuli dropping a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you. More MAGA. Snake Pit 199. Holy fuck. If they play this music at my funeral, I ain't going. Jesus Davila, D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you. Linko Kenobi with those 10 gifties. Thank you. Atlas 88, give me Trump or give me death. 2024, hail the 199. Corey, glad to be part of one of the greatest communities on the internet. Sad to know that the mainstream media won't show any of this. Hail the 199. Thank you for being here, buddy. Knights of Ben with the 47 emoji. CJTJ for 20 gifties. 20. The Seeker of Ancient Truth. When do we get the God Emperor Trump video? There are times I just want to watch, listen to that. It needs to be its own video as seen on CobraCast. I'll upload it to, you know what? I guess we can make it just I don't want to get hit for I don't want to get a strike. I can upload that as a Rumble exclusive. I have no problem doing that. Is Hailstorm still here? Hailstorm, are you still here? Unmute if you're still here. All right. Can you get me the highest quality version of that and we can make that a Rumble exclusive?
Yeah, I have a almost 4K version. It's just had to be condensed, so it's very blurry on screen because of the size.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so send that to my Google Drive, the highest quality version you have, and I'll put that on Rumble. Sound good?
Yep.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. All right, so there you go. There we go. The whole thing will be over there on Rumble, guys. Chris Stallings, 10 D-Day Cobra memberships. Thank you. Analog Hermit, 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Sophie with 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Vic Whiplash with another 20. Vic has been massively legendary tonight. Man Against the World with a D-Day Cobra membership. Steve Martin, how many new members tonight? The 199 chat is amazing. Right now, we are 29 members from 600. Are you kidding me? 29 more members and we are at 600 tonight. My goodness. Chris Rose, 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Blackguard with the 50 gifted memberships. That 90 kid, Trump the plugger of holes. Bill Leslie, we deserve better trolls. These ain't too bright. Ellie Reen for 20 gifted memberships. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with 1. Dougie B with 20. Vic Whiplash with 20. Blackguard for 50. Doug B with 20. Vic Whiplash with 20. Zach with 2 different D-Day Cobra memberships. Hail the Lord. Thank you for hosting this. Trump is the greatest president of my lifetime, and we need him back in office. Trump 2024. Midnight Mike says, Ron don't like Disney because they drain the swamp. He can't have that. Thank you. Fantastic Mr. Knox with 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Thank you. They're in the woods. Donald Trump is the funniest man alive, and so is Jeremy. Hail the 199 from the UK. Vic Whiplash with 20 gifted memberships. Crazy Clown Town with 10. Willie Will with 50 gifted memberships. Holy shit. Vic Whiplash with 20 more. Doug B with 20. Vic Whiplash with 20. Whew. Vic Whiplash, in the disaster that's Michigan, the governor is trying to make the law that you don't use correct pronouns. It's a felony. Wait, what? That's why we have such a problem with this bullshit. And that's why Az was 100% right. Willie Will, let me star that one really quick. Right here. I got you, Willie Will. I got you. So right now, yeah, that's why we're standing against this. Vic Whiplash is 100% right. Like bringing this up, you're like, this insanity. So Az was right, and anybody standing against it is right. We have to stand against this nonsense. Mr. Peckerwood, New Mexico governor just suspended open and concealed carry of guns in Albuquerque for 30 days to combat gun violence, testing the waters. That's 100% what it is. Testing the waters, trying to get away with some bullshit. Ridiculous. John Connors, no matter what happens, Trump has truly become immortalized. Humanity will forever remember this man in ways only 1 in a billion have achieved ever. Trump is you're 100% right. Trump is special. There's nobody that's ever been like him, and there's no way that anyone's going to ever be like him again. He is a person that is just, I don't know. It's hard to keep saying special, but he just is. He's truly a special, special human. Eternal Vigilance says, just wanted to say I appreciate you, Jeremy, and the whole Geeks and Gamers crew. Years of entertainment since 2015 for me. Onward and upward. Hell yes. Kyler Quinn, she is my governor. Search Nate Hockman's piece, How Gender Ideology Conquered South Dakota. She will underwhelm you in some areas. Noted. Dirty Jersey, noticed something odd up my way. Highway public electronic sign saying suspect terrorism call, like they're prepping us for something. Stay vigilant. Stay vigilant, peeps. Drunk 3PO member message says, get Jeremy to number 1. I gotta say, we're 100% guaranteed top 5. We're probably guaranteed top 3. There's usually sometimes a channel that just does crazy, stupid numbers that I can't compete with or we can't compete with, but we're certainly going to be in the running for sure. Roman 89, place looked packed. Hell yeah. Thanks, Jeremy. Right back at you. Never Mourn says, FYI, Jeremy, I just noticed I was unsubscribed even with the membership. First time that's ever happened to me with any YouTuber. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you caught it. Welcome back. Richie Sober says, you don't need to compromise anything. This community will only get bigger. Trump 2024. Hell yes. Anima Chains, hail Cobra Commander, Trump 2024. Thank you. Analog Hermit, welcome to the Snake Pit. Thank you. And that was earlier, you then gifted some, so thank you so much. Sane Adam, hail CobraCast. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier, gifted a D-Day Cobra membership. Floki the Mad, what do you call a woman who always fakes an orgasm? Sargasm. Sorry for the dumb joke, laughing my ass off. Ronald Lake, Trump Train 2024. The Cloud Crusher. I replied to your tweet with a picture made of an albino silverback as and mega boobs Tifa. People seem to like it. Hail the 199 Trump 2024. Let me let all of you know that if you are looking to grift off of my Twitter account to gain likes and get followers, please do it. I 100% endorse it. Grift the fuck off of me and get those Twitter likes and get you some followers. Get in my replies and try to get some attention from my tweets. I 100% support that all day. Mr. Parker gifted a D-Day Cobra membership. Thank you. Chris Stallings, 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Thank you. Garbo Films, look up Guts theme Quantum Leap. Could be a good clip for you to use. I think we've used that one. I think I know which one you're talking about. Deb H, thank you for my gifted membership. Love it here. We love you right back. Chris Stallings, 199. Let's go. Thank you. Aklu P2 gifted 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. We are now 24 away from 600. God, that's insane. Carl Sobrato says Missouri versus Biden upheld by 5th Circuit. I'm going to have to look. Does this just happen? Or was this earlier? There's a lot right now that's going on. Thank you, Carl, for that. Did we get them all, Krista? Did we get them all? You know how we roll here. I didn't think I was being able to get through all that. Krista, did we get them all?
We got them all.
Look at that, man.
Proud of you. Did it.
I'm still doing a stream tomorrow. So, oh my goodness, $2,400 in chat revenue and 576 new members. That's I don't even, man. Amazing. What's up, Rodimus Primal in the chat? Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. It's the highest honor possible to be able to do what I do. And we're only going to get bigger and better, and we're going to keep crushing it. As a matter of fact, let me show you guys something really quick. I was showing this to someone the other day. Let me see if it, hang on. So if you do this right here, now let me go to, I'm going to go to incognito tab, incognito. Okay. Look at this. And this is just shows you like, this is from like where we can, so like if you go, does it not even show the search bar if I do it like that? I guess not. But if I search CNN memes, okay? CNN memes, this is Google, okay? CNN memes, all right? Scroll down. Look who's on the front page still for CNN memes. Geeksandgamers.com and our forums are still on the front page of Google for CNN memes. That is crazy. That is insane. CNN memes, if you just Google CNN memes, geeksandgamers.com is it used to be the number one result. The only thing ranking ahead of us is CNN.com, Meme Droid, and this one right here. So that's how high up we are. That's crazy. That is wild to me. So that's a testament to like we can do some special things on the site if we rebuild it. We've got to rebuild it, though. We've got to rebuild it. Okay. Willie Will, you brought up the peeps want to know about the 199. Why is everything freezing up on me right now? I can't do anything. Krista?
Yes.
My whole screen is frozen. I can't do anything.
Oh, Okay,
Yeah.
let me see if I could play the clip. Do we have it
Well,
here?
hang on. No, I can't do anything. Hang on. Okay, we're back. We're back. I'm good now. Okay. Holy crap. Like everything froze. You see, I'm still kind of lagging up though. Am I lagging up for you?
You seem fine on my end. Earlier, you were having some audio issues. Nothing major, but
Okay. So for those asking about the 199, okay? For those asking about the 199, the 199 was simply was a meme. Because a hater came in our chat and they were mad because we were talking bad about Star Wars Celebration. And instead of saying 1999, they said 199. And so we read this. I'm going to show the clip. So they read this and the chat took over and the chat was like, we are the 199, we are the 199. And it just became this thing and it just didn't stop. It just didn't stop. And so it became this wonderful thing that the chat took full ownership of. Also scanning in. I was accused of scamming people into the 199, but they said scan instead of scam. So we memed that. So here's the original moment that the 199 was born right here. It's going to be great.
I can't wait for that. Hold on. I got to address someone in the chat here. We got Awesome Guy.
Awesome Guy. What's up, Awesome Guy?
Celebration cringe. Are you retarded? Star Wars Celebration has been a thing since 199.
199?
I don't know who the fuck you are. I just got this stream on my recommended for some reason. Stop being reactionaries. Well, Awesome Guy. I'm sure the chat's going to love you. But Awesome Guy, if you want Star Wars Celebration cringe, I am here. I'm here to give that to you. Don't fucking worry.
199. 199.
Since 199.
None of the chats.
All right. It's been around for almost 2,000 years, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But if you want Star Wars Celebration.
So that was the moment. That was the moment that it kind of was just created. And we thought it was a one-off. We was like, okay, this is a funny joke. We're going to highlight this loser. We're going to make fun of him. We're going to troll him. But I did see the chat was like, really was not stopping with the, we are the 199. We are the 199. And it was a lot of momentum. So after the stream, I was talking to Ryan. I said, hey man, I think this has got some traction. I think this is probably going to be a thing. And he's like, whatever, man, this is not going to last. I'm like, I think the 199 is going to stick. And the next day before the stream started, you looked in the chat and the chat was just full of people going 199, 199, 199, 199. And yeah, it was wild. It was wild. And yeah, that's the end of it right there. It's crazy. Ashley says, this is the only time we are so close to 600. Let's do it. I'll match when I'm on a PC next show. Hey, you know what? I'll just pull up back end. Look at this back end right now. That's where we're at right there. Okay. Hang on. Get that playing. That's where we are right now. We are at 585 new members. And I see that. So Varani dropped a gifted membership. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier dropped a gifted membership. Vex Fear Armored Core 6 tomorrow. We want to see the frustration. If you guys want it, I'll make it happen. Blake Barrett gifted a D-Day Cobra membership. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier gifted a D-Day Cobra membership. Nagranol gifted a D-Day Cobra membership, or 5 of them. Alec Baldwin's finger just got us over the hump. What? 600. 600. Oh my goodness. Cattle Dog just dropped a gifty. Fun fact, numerology, the energy represented by the number of 199 is self-determined, self-reliant, and unbiased with underlining current of humanitarianism. Meme magic at work. Hey, look at there. Look at there. Holy crap emoji. Knights have been. Holy crap. Amazing, guys. Over 600. This is 100% a record stream for D-Day Cobra and the CobraCast. This is 100% a record stream. I'm sure you guys remember the one. Let me see. Hang on. We had a. AJ says, "Hail and love this community. D-Day Cobra, Geeks and Gamers, 199 MAGA Trump 2024, Raven Flock." Hey, brother, thank you. It's football season, man. And again, for those that don't know this, we have a sports channel with Geeks and Gamers called Sports Wars, and football season's here. I'm excited, baby. I'm excited. All right, let's see. What am I missing here? There was one more. Oh, Mount Mutt. Do we have permission to meme you in our own POSS or POSS? What do you mean by that? But yeah, you have permission to meme me. Of course you do. Yeah, you can meme the fuck out of me. I don't care. Yes, you have full permission to meme me. Full permission. Okay. I gotta go. So tomorrow, we're gonna do a stream. I don't know what time and I don't know how long, but we are doing a stream. And we got I've got Alabama, Texas tomorrow, which is massive game tomorrow that I got to pay attention to. I'm about to lose my voice. I had Friday Night Tights. I didn't do Geeks and Gamers Daily, but I know you guys want me to play Armored Core as well, so we'll see. Obviously, I'm going to run a Fortnite stream, and then we maybe can do Armored Core. All right, I'll buy Armored Core, and then we'll see. But god dang, guys, thank you. Record CobraCast tonight. Don't know what to say other than thank you. Let me get Hailstorm in here. Boy, Eric K's in here. You guys got anything to say? Plug anything?
What a hell of a night, huh?
Yeah, man. Wow. Truly incredible. Truly incredible. So yeah, Hailstorm, good job for you. And what about you, Krista? Anything? I saw Cam Man dropping your Kick link. You want to go follow you on Kick?
Thank you. Yeah, if you guys like to watch gaming streams, then yeah.
And Hailstorm's on Kick. Go follow him on Kick as well. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with Sabaton, and thank you to the crew here. Thank you to Cam Man. Thank you to Jed, who wasn't here tonight. Thanks to everybody. And yeah, we're gonna leave you with Sabaton, and I'll get this video uploaded over to my Rumble channel. So just go over there and follow me on Rumble if you're interested. Thank you. I'm a little fatigued. It's been a crazy day for me. And this was an amazing stream. So again, all I can do is say thank you. I'm honored to be in this position. I'll keep kicking ass. I work for you and only you, and I want to keep it that way. Have a good night. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
It's my time to rule at last. 15 years have all been
And there you have it. So I will get that uploaded over to my Rumble channel, D-Day Cobra. Also, I wanted to show you guys this right there. That is the MAGA hat that John Bartolo got me. That was signed by 45. So Bartolo got that for me. And rest in peace to John Bartolo. But that is the 45 hat. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night. And we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.